San Antonio's Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs get back to work tonight. They're up in Washington to take on the Wizards. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle Quinnen Williams did not practice yesterday as he continues to work his way through a concussion. His status for Sunday's game against the Chargers is still up in the air. In other NFL news, the Dolphins are making a change at quarterback. Over the final games, they're going to start former Longhorn and rookie quarterback Quinn Ewers, benching Tua Tagovailoa. In college basketball, UTSA ventured to L.A. to take on the University of Southern California Trojans, losing 97-70. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Happy Small Friday.
Dude, this has been a long week. I know you missed today, so you're kind of like...
I did miss today.
And I think because you missed today, it's made the week even longer. I woke up feeling Friday today. I really did.
Did you? We're almost there, Bubba.
Well, but, you know, that wasn't a good feeling. I woke up the feeling of, like, I got pressure. I got stuff I got to get done.
Yeah.
You know, so at least I got 24 more hours than I felt like I had. But,
when do you hit the trail?
Sometime Friday afternoon.
Okay.
I would like to leave earlier, but my wife's got some kind of Christmas luncheon. I know that trek up 35 is going to be – I don't think it'll be as bad as the day before Thanksgiving, but it ain't going to be an easy drive.
No, you're right.
It is. I might take the 281 scenic route. Stop and have some pie and lamb passes.
Blanco and
the problem with that is I miss my kolache stop.
That's true.
You know, and
if you ever have to poop, there's no Buc-ee's.
No, there's not. There's not.
Oh no!
I don't know why I'm so comfortable pooping at a Buc-ee's.
Well, you know,
are you kidding? It's immaculate. You walk in there, you know, and.
But dude, I'll tell you what. If I walk into a bathroom at Buc-ee's and I even see like if there's pee in the toilet, I turn around.
Oh yeah. If I'm pooping at a Buc-ee's, things have gone south.
That's the only. I mean,
if I'm pooping on the road, we've had problems.
Hey, if I'm pooping at any place but Buc-ee's, things have gone south
but
for me.
I'd do my best not to have to do that. But if I did, I've got 3 Buc-ee's on the way. Two Buc-ee's. No, is it 3 or 2?
Well, it's 3. 3 you've got now.
Wow, and then there's if you go the Western 35, there's another one there too.
That's a lot of jerky.
There's a lot of Buc-ee's.
Yeah, remember there used to only just be like 1 or 2.
There
now
was the one right
everywhere.
out of town, and then there's the one outside of Temple, right?
Yep, and there's one. Now there's one where that outlet mall is.
That's right. There's one up there at West, just north of the Kolache stop. That's right.
Where the 235 split.
Now, see, I normally stop at the Kolache joint, so I've used that one, and that's the stop right before the next Buc-ee's.
Yeah, I plan out if I am going to have to.
Well, you know why you
defecate on the road. It's
you know why he does.
I'll survive till Buc-ee's
because you're very accustomed to making those barbecue runs.
Yeah,
and you're loading up on heavy proteins. Yeah. Okay, now that makes more sense.
Yeah, sometimes you got to release.
Right. So I'm not eating on the way. Normally that stop is the dining stop.
No, not for me.
It's
not for me. Today's my wife's birthday.
You better act appropriately.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine your Christmas gift might hinge on your performance on her birthday. You know, you screw up the birthday, your Christmas gift's going to suck.
I already bought my own Christmas gift, so
that's the other part of it. You get older, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But,
so what are the
plans? What are you going to do for the birthday?
I'm going to make dinner.
You're going to give her the best sex of her life.
That was last night.
Oh, there you go. Good.
Yeah. No, just
it's
kidding.
hard to imagine how it can improve year after year, but in my mind,
impossible to beat.
Your birthday this is going to be better than last year.
Yeah,
definitely last 3-4 minutes.
That's probably her. More likely is she's like, hey, just don't have sex with me tonight,
and that will be your gift.
Or just get it over.
I'm going to keep my hands off you tonight.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Let me sleep.
I'm going to let you
be.
The
love of God. So that's what I do. Like her birthday week, I just
take my hand, leave her alone.
Yeah, just leave her alone. I'm gonna make dinner.
Oh, awesome.
I'm going to I'm gonna pick up some pie. She's a big pie fan.
How are your boys about the birthday? Do you have to go get a gift? Are they Do they buy a gift? Or do you
do
force
they go
them
to
like,
you?
dude, if you
Yeah.
don't show up with something, I'm going to whoop your ass kind of stuff? Because
I just let them do what they do.
So do they do anything?
Usually.
Mhm.
Yeah, usually they do. I mean, I bet now my son's got a job.
Got a little bit of scratch.
Yeah, he's
He
making
can
good
do it.
money. He ought to be able to do something nice, but I don't know what they'll do.
Oh, see.
Yesterday,
Do they even know it's their birthday?
oh, they have to. Yeah,
Well,
it's
is your wife a hinter, or is it just like,
No.
we'll see if you know?
it's like Christmas lights are up. You know,
I
it's
guess
coming.
So.
Like,
So there is the other stuff going on that kind of
Yeah.
you gotta tell.
And it's funny. Last night I went to go play. I went to go play some poker, and she was like, "Yeah, make sure you don't go play tomorrow." And in my mind, I was like, "Well, obviously not. The Seahawks and the Rams play tomorrow." Like,
Not the birthday.
I'm glad that only went through your brain and not out your mouth.
And then
you could have been on the couch tonight.
and then it hit me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, a little birthday action." I was like, "Are you excited to watch the Seahawks game?" She's like, "Actually, I am." And I was like, "Oh, good. Yeah, me too. I'll definitely. I mean, of course, I'm not going to play poker on your birthday. What kind of scumbag husband would I be?"
You'll do it after.
So I'm very, very, very romantic. I got her.
Really?
I got her an oven for her birthday, and
Oh, yeah. What happened with that? You couldn't get it out?
oh my god,
Man, my wife would have just put that in there like
well,
it was a
you
box.
got a big back
First
woman.
baby came out sideways.
Yeah, you got a big back woman. She's built to help take an oven off the truck.
She unloads Dollar General trucks by herself.
So I borrowed my brother's truck yesterday, and my brother's truck is a monster truck essentially. It's like a
super high, right?
it's like a super jacked up F-250. Like it's just massive. It's impossible to drive.
So it's about 4 feet. The tailgate's 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah. It's tough to even like. It takes all of me to climb up into the back of the truck. So we get this oven in there, and they put it on the truck with a forklift.
Right.
I ask for delivery. They won't deliver outside 1604.
It's scary out there.
It is. That's where
The hinterlands.
They said
bands of roving Comanches.
they said we don't deliver to the hood.
Yeah, the hood.
And I said, okay, fine. I should have dropped it off at Vic's house
You should. Yeah. Okay. Why don't I meet you?
in a safe neighborhood.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. And
Not far.
so since they wouldn't deliver outside 1604, I get the truck, and then I get home and I realize, so this is now a double oven. This thing is heavy, dude. It's way heavier than my old oven because I moved my old oven to see like what kind of quart, if it needed a 3 or 4 prong.
So what were you
thing.
going to do with your old oven?
I'm gonna first come first serve on. She's gonna put it on the whatever the
Just
Facebook
put it out on
marketplace.
your curb. It'll disappear.
Yeah. Well, I don't think.
No,
The
put it
HOA
on-
might not be happy
no,
with
on-
that.
yeah,
but
On
in the-
my curb.
in the hood.
Well, my curb.
In the
that thing
hood,
would
we're
be
not
gone
allowed
in
to do
3
that.
weeks up my house down on Parland, Broadway. That thing wouldn't last an hour.
Yeah. I don't. I think the HOA would frown on
They
me
might, for a
leaving an
minute.
oven out on the sidewalk. But we'll put it like if you want a free oven. It like and the only problem with that oven is it like if you try to cook on convection, it doesn't work. Or it's
What's the point?
I say it doesn't work. It's slow to work on convection, and one of the burners doesn't work.
I find it difficult to. Convection freaks me out, man.
Well,
it cooks too fast.
I don't use convection.
I can't.
As a baker, I don't use
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
convection.
I don't use it either.
So
So now where is it? As
it's
we
on
sit,
it was on the back of the truck, and my wife is like, I can't do this. I'm saying, okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Where's your oldest at this moment?
At work,
Oh, so well, okay.
we got it on a dolly,
So you got it off the truck on a dolly.
not off the truck. It's on the truck on a dolly,
Okay.
and get it to the edge of the tailgate.
All right. Are you going to lift it down, or do you have a ramp?
There's no ramp.
Oh, no ramp. All right.
So what I say is, what I want you to do is, I'm basically going to take this weight on I'm like going to squat this thing, and I said I want you to push this thing on the dolly until it's on to me.
On you, and you're going to take the weight and kind of bring it down on an
Yeah.
edge.
She can't push the dolly. It's too heavy for her to push off the
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Probably saved your life.
I'm not saying I'm pissed off at this point, but I'm
cussing under my breath.
I'm perturbed, and I'm like, man, you need to start working out. You need to like, if you can't move an oven, what are we doing?
You talking to your wife about
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, no, I didn't say it out loud, but I'm thinking in my head, I'm
Your
like,
expectations were already way above what mine would have been.
in my head, I'm like, how about some strength training? How about just a little? You know what I mean?
Right.
Do some squats.
Yeah, it used to be an athlete. So we come up with a solution. There's at the end of my street. I live on a dead end, and at the end of my street, there's this huge drainage thing
That you can.
and there is the sidewalk above this drainage thing is about 1.5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
And I say, okay.
What time of day is this?
It's like noon,
All right.
and it's pouring rain, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. That's the urgency.
So I back the truck up where the tailgate is hanging over this.
So you got about a
this
3
barrier.
foot variation instead of.
Yeah. So now I'm only like 2 feet off the ground.
Okay, so-
I mean, so
But
now
how are you? Okay. So then the thought would be to put it on a dolly and push it back up the hill.
I did.
Okay.
I
So you
pushed
got it off. So you got it off, and now you have a double oven on a dolly uphill.
walking down the street.
in the rain.
Nice.
Well,
Welcome to my world.
I was asleep. What were
I
you
got it
doing?
done.
Vic? So now where?
it's in my house.
So you got-
Operational.
so you got it in.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was destined to go do something today.
No.
Oh, all right.
No,
then.
I
I like this story even better now.
before all of this went down, when
Thought the end result was we got to head over there right now.
when my wife first was like, I can't do this, I was like, I don't want to say I'm seething, but I was, like I said, I was
No,
perturbed. I was heavily perturbed that she was physically incapable of moving this thing, which, I mean, in hindsight is kind of dumb.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
but-
It's all right. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna drive to Home Depot, and I'm gonna find some day laborers, and I'm gonna be like, hey man, I got a 20 minuto job for $40.
You know what year it is?
Yeah.
You know, you look at the news.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, those are
And
hard to
what
come by
happened?
now.
There's none. My
Yeah,
Home Depot has no day laborers.
I think you got to go to the back of Craigslist right next to the hookers.
no
You're gonna have to,
day
that's the only
laborers.
place you're going to
No, they
find
all-
the day laborers.
They all moved to Lowe's.
They're
You got to go to Lowe's now.
Dude, I made 2 laps around the parking lot. Like I'm like, I'm slow rolling. Like,
Yeah.
dude, my whole life, this is like the first time in my life that I haven't drove a truck.
Right.
When you drive a truck, whether you're looking for it or not, there are dudes like, hey, you got a truck? You need help?
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
but you're on the wrong side of town. First of all,
You should have
even in the non-inflammatory times, it would have been difficult from where you were.
You got to be kidding me.
No,
I
I'm
still
being
live in
serious.
San Antonio.
Yeah, but I'm serious. The one you would need to hit would be a little bit further down 281. Further, I'd say down there around 1090 area. You need to be down there.
But then you gotta drive the day labor
Yeah,
further. Like they don't want to go that far.
That's what I'm saying. You were in a difficult spot anywhere where you were. But now in these days, dude, there ain't nobody standing in a parking lot.
I like what.
They're gonna wake up in Guatemala handcuffed to some dude with a face tat.
We don't think about.
I don't know. I went to move an oven and I woke up in Guatemala.
I try not to get political on this show,
Right.
but when I gotta move my own oven.
Times are hard, man.
And there's no help available.
Yeah. We got to stop deporting folks for a little while.
Now I gotta pay market for this.
Stop the count. Let's put a hold on this. If you want to, it's Christmas time. Can't ICE take like a holiday? Give me a break. Like, feels like the safe time.
A bunch of farmers got strawberries that are going bad, saying the same thing.
I mean, my goodness.
Can we take a break?
Yeah. Just get
Yeah, but you got it done though. Needless.
I got
to
it.
say.
Of
I'm
course, I got it
impressed,
done.
dude. But you can tell by your age, you're more of a Gen Xer than anything else because Gen Xers never need any help. I get this thing done myself.
I mean, and that's what I did.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'll just get it done. It's gonna suck and I'm gonna bitch, but I'll do it myself before I ask for any help.
Yeah. In my mind, I was like, this oven might end up on top of me, but you know what? At least it'll be off the truck.
Strap this thing with some tie downs and a dolly. I get this thing done.
That's what I did. Good old-fashioned American muscle.
I'll schedule my hernia surgery early next year.
That's right. That's right. Well, I was going to call Vic, but I think Vic's scared to come to my neighborhood, too.
I woke to a steady line of humor.
I don't have enough gas.
Reading that, I didn't put together that it was also raining.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That made everything
worse. That
worse.
was a bold move. Did you have to go get it yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, because I'm going out of town tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
I'm leaving town tomorrow. And
that's why the urgency would have been when I get back, I'll come pick this sucker up.
Yeah. I mean, it's a birthday present. What are you going to do?
She's not going to use it. She's going to be gone.
She already used it.
For her gift. Oh, she already used it?
Oh, yeah.
Get your ass to work.
That's right, woman. Get to
wait
cooking.
Till you see your Christmas vacuum present.
Cook that dinner. Oh,
wait till you see the vacuum cleaner I got you.
You think I'm kidding? I did get her a vacuum cleaner for Christmas.
Was it a Dyson?
I hope that was on her list because that's a mistake you don't make twice.
That's not the only present I got her.
I'm just saying, I did that one time, too.
It is a present I got her.
I was like, you think this is a gift?
Well, when she bitches about her vacuum all the time, what are you going to do?
You better have something else.
Okay.
Like when
I'll figure something out last minute.
One year for Christmas, my dad brought us both in. I was probably like 13, and my brother was 9. He said, I'm going to let you guys open a couple gifts right now. Don't tell your mom. We're like, all right. So he hands us these 2 big packages, and we open up, and it's a couple of bandsaws. He's like, now go out and cut some firewood.
And guess what? You did.
I go, this sucks.
Yeah, but it's something new.
I have my own saw now.
And then the other thing that happened yesterday, my son was like, so my son is not going to Seattle with us, my oldest son.
What?
Yeah, he's got to work, and he's gonna stay home, take care of the dogs. He doesn't know anybody. He ain't gonna party.
Oh, you got a bunch of workmen.
Well, maybe so. But a bunch of 40-year-old dudes that he works with.
Your parents are gone?
Yeah. Oh,
you got a big TV?
Hey, how about we come on over?
You got what we call running water?
Your dad's got that pappy? Hell, man.
Where you
He
live?
ain't gonna miss that.
Put tea in it.
Yeah.
Fill it back up with
At least
tea.
put twisted tea so he'll feel the burn and be like, oh, this got to be it. My pappy went bad.
So you got a house sitter. That's
I do have a house sitter and a dog sitter, but he comes yesterday and he's like, oh, it looks like I'm not gonna have to work on these days, so I guess I could have gone to Seattle. And then he's like, I looked at plane tickets though, and it's like
$600,
$1,100 now. And I'm like, yeah, sucks, man. Like and of course I would have bought his plane ticket if I had known he was coming. But then he's like, well, and then we'd have to.
He ain't upset.
Then we'd have to board the dogs.
He sees like I'm about to be a bachelor for what? A week.
Oh, he's gonna be walking around,
dude. He's gonna have the best
buck
time.
naked.
In his mind, he's like, yeah,
he's excited.
I'm gonna be the king of the hill.
And, I mean, all that means is whatever game, Call of Duty or Battlefield, whatever he's playing.
Not gonna do anything. Well, I mean, he's got big plans. I can tell you that.
I have considered just going in my office and unplugging the hub to the internet. And
in a place where he wouldn't know how to fix it.
Exactly. And then just be like, oh, I don't know, man. Hit the gym. Might be something good for you. Hit the gym.
Dude. That's too good of a joke to do right now. But at some point in your life, you're going to have to do that to him. You're going to have both your boys in the house and disappear and unplug the Wi-Fi. That's too good of a joke not to.
Oh, my wife, if my wife gets pissed off at him, she'll get on her phone, shut the Wi-Fi off. Like
we didn't have that issue.
If she tells him to do something and he's just like, oh, yeah, and he keeps playing his game, beep, and then, and he stomps down the stairs, does whatever she told him to do. Well, sorry, but it was a rated game.
I wish I had that kind of hand.
Well, sorry,
I'll
Bubba.
shut your Wi-Fi off. I'll close down your world.
I'll show you what happens. Yeah. All right, we got a big show for you today. Let's get into the latest on this Michigan story coming up next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. This road work on 35 northbound, 1604 up to Olympia Parkway. Now 25-minute commute. It's got the roadway reduced to one lane, stop and go from O'Connor. And then on the southbound side, Thousand Oaks on down to Randolph Boulevard. That's 20 minutes, and that has you stop and go from Judson Road. Downtown, we still have this stall at 37 southbound at Houston Street, now off to the right shoulder. And it looks like a closure on Bassey in both directions, eastbound, westbound, between Blanco Road over to San Pedro. from an earlier structure fire. So a lot of emergency vehicles in the area. Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry, injury attorneys available 24/7.
Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Principal office, San Antonio.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Rollins, were you at the fight?
You know, to tell you the absolute truth, no one called me.
Were you just sitting there on your couch?
Technically, I was laying in bed with my supermodel wife in a mattress full of money. And
was she nude or was she clothed?
She was nude.
She was nude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You should have seen it. You guys should have been there.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Seattle versus LA tonight on Thursday Night Football. What a game. And of course, the Blitz will be with our friends from Flight by Yingling at 90 Proof Bar and Grill on Highway 90.
Pre-game with us this afternoon from 2 to 6 and stick around and watch the game. Flight will be on special and you know they will have some great prizes, including those cool backpack coolers.
The Blitz live at 90 Proof Bar and Grill today, leading up to Seattle taking on LA with our friends from Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Did you know that Apple started in a garage? Google started in a garage. So did Amazon and Hewlett-Packard. At the next rodeo, we have nothing against garages, but this is for those burgeoning businesses that started in backyards. Bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, home offices, and also garages. Small businesses with smaller beginnings that were looked down on. Tucked down, too, but had the smarts to survive and the grit to grow. And now they're ready for the next chapter, the next level. Now they're ready for the next rodeo. The Next Rodeo is a creative partner that brings world-class thinking to companies who know where they're going, no matter where they came from. The Next Rodeo. The difference between the business you have and the business you want is one great idea. Get the full story at thenextrodeo.com.
Stop what you're doing. Aaron's just broke the holiday universe. No payments until January 1st, 2026. Yup, don't pay a thing until next year and start with just a penny. Aaron's been in the community for 70 years, making it easy to get brand new name brand furniture, appliances, electronics, all the great stuff you need. But listen, this is in-store only, so get up and get over to Aaron's today. And don't miss out. Don't just hear about the deals, get them before they're all gone. Eligible merchandise only. Maximum monthly payment applies. See store for details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
The holidays are here, filled with gatherings, toast, and cheer. Make every moment shine with Total Wine & More, where you'll find wine, spirits, and beers at the lowest prices. You'll always find what you love and love what you find, only at Total Wine & More. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. B21.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's going to be Jake sliding around in his Jonas. If
You turned my
can't
mic
say
on
it,
while I was singing off air, Vic.
If you can't say it, you can't live it.
Go. Sing.
You already got me in trouble now.
Oh.
I got flagged.
You got flagged.
Yeah, now I'm going to get in trouble. Great. I've got a review, a performance review coming up.
Oh, yeah. When is yours?
I don't know.
February.
Yeah, mine is. Yeah, I think that's when mine is.
But all he's going to say is, you remember on December 18th when you were singing on the air?
Yeah, it's 6:26 a.m.
Yeah,
remember?
and then he'll play it, and he'll be like, that was Vic's fault.
And I had to provide him with a recording.
Yeah.
Here's sign.
And then you're going to get bumped up in your performance review for giving him the dirt on me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get knocked down. The Michigan coaching drama story keeps taking more and more turns, and none of them are good turns for Sharon Moore. I got news. Sharon Moore is never coaching football again.
Oh, no, he's out of the game.
Ever.
You can't be around kids.
Yeah.
You can't be around adults other than other convicted, if at some point, felons.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to own a gun.
All men's
You're not going to
resort.
be able to vote. And
it turns out this cat's just a bad dude.
Yeah,
Like, all around, you're just a bad dude.
We find out now, the reports are now that Sharon Moore had a, quote, long history of domestic violence against this gal during their relationship. Yeah, the Sancha, the side piece.
Okay.
He was arraigned on third-degree home invasion, stalking, and breaking and entering. A transcript of the hearing reveals details now that the female, I forget what the gal's name is. They just keep calling her the female staffer. They're like trying to defend her.
I don't want to know her
okay.
name.
But it was already out there. It's weird
I
to
know,
like
but I
withdraw it now.
It's not her fault.
Yeah, it's like the former USC Trojans running back accused of murder.
That guy.
Okay. The female staffer told police that she disclosed her relationship with Moore to the university earlier that day and was preparing to leave town when Moore broke into her apartment. The woman's lawyer, who she was on the phone with at the time, made the 911 call to alert authorities that Moore was inside the apartment. The woman's lawyer told police she could hear her screaming over the phone, and the staffer said, he's here, Sharon is here. The staffer told police that Moore grabbed knives and pointed them at her, then pointed the knives at himself and backed up when the woman put her lawyer on speakerphone. Moore denies physically assaulting the staffer or threatening her with any weapons in his interview with police, and he was not charged with assault at the time. The evidence that was available to us at the time of the charging decision indicated that Mr. Moore had an intent to terrorize and harass the victim, which is the basis for the stalking charge. And
that's fair.
Given that his statements were those of self-harm, however, there was not sufficient evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt an intent to assault or batter the victim.
Other than the fact you kicked in the door, but that's another story.
He told police, Sharon Moore told police on the night of his arrest that he and the staffer were in an intimate relationship for approximately 2 years.
Man, that's a long time.
She ended the relationship on December 8th, 2 days before he was fired, and bleep hit the fan, and told Moore she had nothing more to say to him. The staffer told police that Moore then called her approximately a dozen times and sent her text messages over the next 2 days. And on Wednesday, the Michigan president, Domenico Grasso, released an update after the school's response to Moore's conduct, which now includes a law firm's review into the athletic department culture, conduct, and procedures. And of course, they say the next head coach will be of the highest
highest
character,
of moral character.
highest character.
Man,
and the players at Michigan. This is what Biff Poggi is saying. The interim head coach. He of Back to the Future fame. We all remember Biff. He's now the head coach at Michigan for at least the interim head coach.
I'm happy the way things turned out because if they hadn't changed, he was a real dude.
He really was bad. But now look at him. He's better than Sharon Moore.
Turned out to be a nicer guy.
Yeah. Biff Poggi said that his players are feeling a sense of betrayal following the firing of Sharon Moore.
I'll tell you this. Everybody who knew him, who wasn't in the inner circle, who just knew him, knew something was off. I guarantee you. As we get further away from it, they'll go, yeah, let me tell you another thing about this guy. Anybody who even pretended to know him, you can't be a guy like this and cover it all up.
No.
You know what I mean? So the further we get away from it, there'll be some admittances. There'll be somebody on the staff that knew. There'll be, he doubled her pay, right? Didn't he give her doubled her salary didn't he force her to have an abortion? These are all alleged. I don't know. But I guarantee you, as we start talking and they start figuring out how the hell they got to where they are, a lot of people had an idea that there was something wrong.
Yeah.
And it's finally just blew up.
I mean, this thing, I mean, what do you do? Well,
it's not, if it was just Sharon Moore and Michigan hadn't had any previous issues, then you could go, well, just chalk this up to, man, some people have secrets that we didn't catch, and we should have put it all together. But it appears to me, over the Harbaugh stuff and the other internal control issues, that there is a cancer at the Michigan Athletic Department, or maybe bigger than that, because now we're running on two different coaching administrations. Now, granted, two entirely different problems, but still problems nonetheless. So it just tells me that the guardrails are either too wide or not. They're not protective enough. There's some lack of control going on in the Michigan program. And in my experience, from this point on, the pendulum is going to swing far in the other direction.
Yeah.
They're going to lock this program down.
Seems like that's going to have to be well, and let's remember also, this is the same place where they had a basketball coach, or Juwan Howard hit another coach in the face.
In a game.
Like,
So there's this lack of, this term that I used to make fun of, the lack of institutional control, which is just saying, you guys ain't keeping up with your stuff. You ain't cleaning your house. Their house is dirty. There's something going on that people don't care. It's either ignorance or apathy. They don't know or they don't care. As long as the money is flowing, it seems like there's a reckoning coming at the University of Michigan. And coming from A&M, I was there when there was a bunch of cheating, and when A&M kept getting caught for stupid recruiting stuff, where there was a basketball coach playing a dude with no high school diploma, or or paying money and all this kind of stuff. And when finally they came a reckoning.
Yeah.
It's a good 8-year process, man. This you don't just flip the switch on this. This is an endemic, guys that have been in their same position for decades kind of thing, that you've got to change the culture, and that's hard on something like this.
Let's take a quick break. I want to continue this conversation. It's Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. This road work on 35 northbound, 1604 up to Olympia Parkway. Now 25-minute commute. It's got the roadway reduced to one lane, stop and go from O'Connor. And then on the southbound side, Thousand Oaks on down to Randolph Boulevard. That's 20 minutes, and that has you stop and go from Judson Road. Downtown, we still have this stall at 37 southbound at Houston Street, now off to the right shoulder. And it looks like a closure on Bassey in both directions, eastbound, westbound, between Blanco Road over to San Pedro. From an earlier structure fire, so a lot of emergency vehicles in the area. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on custom cards and custom wrapping paper, plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages delivered safely. Don't miss out on select laptops up to 45% off. Visit staples.com for details. Staples, that was easy.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Whether it's morning routines or weekends on the sidelines when the temperature drops, America brings the heat with Hot Hands. Hot Hands are America's favorite hand, toe, neck, and even body warmers to help you stay warm and cozy from head to toe. Hot Hands are fast-acting, they're long-lasting, and they are made right here in the USA. Look for the Hot Hands logo and the bright orange packages at your favorite store or online, and keep doing what you love out there with Hot Hands, warming up America coast to coast.
George Gets Justice. 2026 is almost here, but that car accident you went through this year, it's still weighing on you. You may be hurt or unsure how to get help. You need to get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George understands the chaos you're experiencing, and he'll take care of you so you can step into the new year back in charge. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George Gets Justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PIPE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe.
Coming up on
Afternoons
The
at
Blitz,
2.
we are live at the 90 Proof Bar and Grill, getting you ready for a Thursday night showdown.
Brought to you by our friends from Flight by Yingling, and of course it's Thursday. That means we will visit with one Stephen Jones.
We'll also talk with the General, John McClain, all things Houston Texans.
Join us at the 90 Proof Bar and Grill on Highway 90.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I think the biggest takeaway from this thing is that, because we know the truth. Most of these coaches, and especially these big-time head coaches, they probably have some side action.
Oh, that's a broad assumption.
I mean, it is a broad assumption.
I think it's more. Of course they do. I think the percentage is just like any other business. But no, I would not say any other profession. I would say any other, for lack of a better term, macho. I mean, I think the percentage would be like for cops and football coaches. There's a certain amount of there's a little bit more than I think than the general public.
Also, these guys make a ton of money. And they also work hours that let them be away from.
I would say that they're probably more apt as a whole to be. But, there's lots of straight arrow coaches too, man.
Sure.
All
right. Yeah.
Nah.
Here's the deal. If you're gonna get you some side hustle, okay. Don't do it in your office.
Company Inc., man.
Do not do it in your office. Like and do not do it with a student.
Yeah, there's so many.
There's 2 rules when you're a college head coach. Don't bang the people who work for you. Don't bang students.
It's called the Petrino axiom.
Right.
The rest of the world is your oyster. You want to bang a student at Ohio State, do that. Don't bang one at the school where you work. You want to bang Ryan Day's assistant, do that. But not if you're Ryan Day. Like, you can't poop where you eat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can't get with the student body.
But
it's the only rules.
But beyond that, he went further than that. I mean, there's intimidation. This is
for lack of a better term, be cool with it. You don't be the guy who's in the don't show that you're the desperation guy.
Don't order a plan B to your business. That's what happened.
Like, if your side piece breaks up with you, you got to be able to handle that in a way that that you go, okay, well, you were my side piece. Okay,
all right.
I mean, that sucks. Well,
see you later.
We'll move on. And if that's what you're into, go on to the next. But what you can't do is like kick in her door and show up at her house with a knife. Like, what are you doing, man? This guy is this is just instability. And also, and I think he knew, like, from what it sounds like, he'd done this enough. He'd done enough crazy things that he knew this was going to be the end of him. That's why he behaved so wildly at the end, and that's why they say the long history that led up to this. He knew that.
Yeah, he blew the top.
I've done enough dumb stuff that I'm going to be fired for this.
And that's probably 2 or 3 times over. You know, there's still stuff we'll never find out that he's done. I mean, you don't get caught with this and go, oh, this is a one-off. I've never done this or ever had an affair like this and never intimidated a woman like this. No, you've done it before.
If Sharon Moore had been sleeping with a waitress at Applebee's and
it would be minor news.
The news came out. You know what Sharon Moore's biggest problem would have been? Dealing with his wife.
Yeah, that would have been news. And, there would have been the Michigan man accountability, but he'd have kept his job.
He wouldn't have gotten fired. He would have had to make a public appearance and say, hey, I'm sorry.
I failed my wife and my kids, and I'll do better.
I'm a better man than this. I'm going to be a better man than this.
This is terminal.
But it's you're done. You're done. Like I said, there's very few rules when you're for these millionaires. And
well, what if he'd have beaten Ohio State?
He's done it almost every year.
I mean, this year when it really needed it.
Now what if this news would have come right after he beat Ohio State? Now that's the big question.
I would have been curious how they would have reacted. It wouldn't. They still would have had to fire him. But this goes so much deeper now, and I think that's why it feels so much more severe. Is that now people from within and without go, what is going on? I mean, the sign stealing, which is a negative thing, and all that was going on, we felt like was kind of, it's bad, but it's kind of silly at the end of the day. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's not really that bad. But when you start looking at how it was viewed amongst their peers, it's pretty low down, dirty crap. Yeah. And then this is also happening underneath the same roof. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in police to go into some forensic investigations where this is gonna go far deeper, because what else the hell is going on in this building?
Yeah, this is a disaster for Michigan, but like I said at the beginning of this thing, there's no coming back for this from Sharon Moore.
He's done.
This isn't like Bobby Petrino where he can show up a few years later.
This is Art Briles. You're done, man.
Yeah. Maybe you can get an offensive coordinator job at East Texas A&M.
You're cooked.
Or A&M Commerce, whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it now. But you ain't coaching big time football ever, 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 ever again. It's over. You can't hold a knife to a woman and then think you're going to get your job. Not only a woman, to your assistant. So. What happens the next time you get a job? You're not allowed an assistant? I mean, because you don't know how to behave with them? It is a nightmare scenario for him it looks like it gets worse every day. Every day something new comes out, it's like, oh, this is worse than I thought it was. Worse than I thought it was. What a bozo. What a bozo to blow this thing and to lose the money over it, too, because now it's for cause.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a disaster. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Have y'all seen my father-in-law around?
No.
I think he's mad at me.
Why?
I've got my fishing stuff all straight.
Yep.
And he starts doing all this crazy rigging on these fishing lines. Like he's in the ocean or something. What? There's a very simple method, and it is not that.
No, that's not it.
I mean, if you really want to catch something, get out a couple of telephones and crank on them.
Oh, they will answer.
They will answer every time.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here, and I'll tell you what, it's holiday season. My bags are packed, travel plans are set, and the roads and airports are filling up. I want to remind you that while you're heading out of town, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has your pups covered. It's a luxury pet care you can trust while you're away. They've got over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments. It's a holiday staycation that your four-legged MVP certainly deserves and will absolutely love. Book your pup spot today. Call 210-750-1298.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Oh man, it's the playoff push in the NFL, and Underdog is the best place to get on all your football action, friends. Playing on Underdog, it's as simple as ever. You pick your favorite players. Are they going to go higher or lower on their stats? Rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, you name it. You get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. A couple guys I'm looking at down the stretch on Underdog. I think Dak Prescott higher on his passing yards. Cowboys are going to be in desperation mode. He's going to be chucking it around. Josh Allen on his rushing yards. Hasn't done it a lot this year. I'm going to go higher on that, though, because when the games matter most, that's when Josh likes to take off. Download the app today. Use the promo code Alamo. You'll score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play-and-get-terms_DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Seattle versus LA tonight on Thursday Night Football. What a game. And of course, the Blitz will be with our friends from Flight by Yingling at 90 Proof Bar and Grill on Highway 90.
Pre-game with us this afternoon from 2 to 6 and stick around and watch the game. Flight will be on special and you know they will have some great prizes, including those cool backpack coolers.
The Blitz live at 90 Proof Bar and Grill today, leading up to Seattle taking on LA with our friends from Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Yes, sir.
It is the most wonderful time of the year. I say that in a talking voice, not a singing voice.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
See, if you just say it, it's poetry.
That's right. Ding dong.
Which I'm not sure poetry is even any better.
Ding dong. The Spurs coming back.
Going to work tonight.
That's right. Back to work. You had that fun in Vegas. Hopefully the flu didn't hit you out there.
It's been a long time since they've been home. This is the first of 2 rodeo road trips, and this is just kind of a pit stop.
Luckily, most of their team is underaged, so how hard could they have really gone at it in Vegas?
I never had trouble drinking when I was underage. I mean, it was hard for me to
Well, I just meant partying in the casinos. they are pretty strict about it there, of all the places. It don't really matter if you're famous.
At least in the casinos we can see.
Well, that's true. I mean, they could have been at like the circus, and maybe no one cares there.
Or maybe they're in the high limit baccarat room playing with those
that's
dudes from Kowloon.
Entirely possible. But the Spurs are back in action tonight, taking on the lowly Washington Wizards.
This is the Wizards are kind of like the Cowboy defense to the young quarterback. I hope the Wizards cure what ails you.
It should. I do think that maybe they're not like the Vegas line isn't accounting for the fact that the Spurs just played a couple really tough games against 2 really good teams on the road.
What's the line?
14.5.
That's about right.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they're going to cork one tonight. I think this is one of those. Yeah, you did have a couple of tough ones, and this is one kind of stretch your legs a little bit because Washington isn't going to give you much resistance. They'll run with you, but they ain't going to really kind of get in your way.
Yeah, I guess I think of it differently because I consider.
You think they're tired, they get to bed, and they kind of come here and just get a win?
Not that they're tired.
Mentally is what I'm getting
at. Yeah, like maybe – and also you just played all these meaningful games in a row. Remember you were at the Lakers and then the OKC game and the Knicks game, and now you've got – Washington, Atlanta, Washington.
Go have some fun, man.
Before you play these Oklahoma City
Think
games.
About this. Now, this is as a baseball coach. You got a big game coming. You got a circle. You got Oklahoma 2 and 3 days kind of stuff. But before that, I got a couple of JV rosters.
Yeah, and you know what I do? I'm my second baseman is going to be pitching.
All that.
We're just having fun.
That's it.
Bismack Biyombo's playing.
Go have some fun. Let's go run. Let's do some stuff. But all this is in prep for a big game that's coming. Let's go kind of blast the carbon off.
But you know what I can tell you?
Be a lot of bench play, I'll tell you
Wemby
that.
ain't seeing the floor.
No, there's going to be a lot of bench play, but that's not a bad thing. We're a deep team. There's a lot of guys that we can move around. I'd like to see Jeremy Sohan get some time. The poor guy didn't do much in Vegas.
Is he on the team? I don't know.
There's those little things that tonight, I think it'll be a nice little run. I think that the next game might be a little bit more difficult, but today will be fun.
Pretty tough scheduling run here for the Spurs. Coming off, like I said, that trip to Vegas. You get tonight at home against the Wizards. Tomorrow night, they're in Atlanta. And then Sunday, they're at the Wizards before coming back here for the OKC game. That's a lot of travel in a short time.
This has been brutal. I mean, when we look back and, adding that extra game on the road didn't help this whole travel thing. So they've had a small rodeo road trip that we're not accustomed to in December. It's a good thing. We have learned over the years that if handled appropriately, the teams come home far better.
Yeah.
So now that I don't know what that means for this one and what it'll mean for the next rodeo road trip, but I think so far so good with this. But I know that the one thing I'm concerned about is the night in your own bed, knowing not only do I get a couple of nights in my bed, but I'm packing my bag again. I'm leaving town again. So go have fun tonight, and we'll see what happens in Atlanta.
Yeah, and then the other, like, how do you think a team this young handles, like, being on the road on the holidays, things like that?
I have no earthly idea.
Yeah.
I know I treat it like they were my kids. I've had lots of games to play and lots of snacks. I don't want anybody getting surly.
We made you blueberry muffins.
I'm talking about flying family in to wherever we're going to be, those kind of things, to make sure everybody's feeling comfortable.
All right, we got 3 hours left. We got to have a tough conversation coming up next about UTSA football. We'll do that. Morning Huddle 94.1.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
There's a reason why you own a Kubota. It's because you won't settle for second best. The Kubota L-Series has been the #1 best-selling compact tractor in the U.S. for 15 years straight. And the Kubota SVL Series has been the #1 best-selling compact track loader in the U.S. for the last 6 years. Now that's saying something. So don't be fooled by other dealers wanting to trade for your orange. We're Ewald Kubota, keeping it orange for over 75 years.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
This report is sponsored by Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish is a proud participant in the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event. From now through January 2nd, when you purchase or lease a new Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to the participating charity of your choice. Go to wish.org/Subaru for more information.
Texas Gun Shows brings you the largest gun shows, and this weekend it's in Hondo, Texas at the Medina County Fair Hall. Open this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 and 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Medina County Fair Hall this Saturday and Sunday, 733 FM 462 North.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still working this trouble spot on 35 northbound at Tupperwine. This wreck is only the center lane open. Stop and go from Judson Road. Southbound 35 Thousand Oaks on down to Randolph Boulevard. That's about a 10-12 minute ride with road work. Roadway reduced to one lane, so you'll start to slow down right around Olympia Parkway. On Bassey, in both directions between Blanco to San Pedro, that is still closed from an earlier structure fire. So we do have a lot of emergency vehicles in the area. Callahan at I-10 on the frontage road. Get reports of an accident. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs get back to work tonight. They're up in Washington to take on the Wizards. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle Quinnen Williams did not practice yesterday as he continues to work his way through a concussion. His status for Sunday's game against the Chargers is still up in the air. In other NFL news, the Dolphins are making a change at quarterback. Over the final games, they're going to start former Longhorn and rookie quarterback Quinn Ewers, benching Tua Tagovailoa. In college basketball, UTSA ventured to L.A. to take on the University of Southern California Trojans, losing 97-70. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, friends. 7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. UTSA kind of going through it right now.
Well, I think we go through it like this every year. I think it might be a little bit more magnified this year, but this isn't the first year this has happened to Coach Traylor. I mean,
but the way it's worked is rough. Defensive lineman Kenny Ozawalu had his first start with UTSA, and Coach Traylor said, this dude is going to be a San Antonio legend. He was a walk-on from Reagan, worked his way into the lineup by week 3, and basically it's like, dude, this guy has a chance to be something special. I really believe if he'll ride this thing out with us, he'll go down in the history books. he'll have the keys to the city his entire life. Well, it's going to be another city because instead he's hitting the transfer portal when the window opens January 2nd. He learned of the decision yesterday morning, and he said it's sad. He's a wonderful kid, a wonderful family. Whoever's in his ear has promised him a super, super large amount of money if he were to leave us. We made a fair offer to keep him, and it just wasn't a big enough number. There are now several players intending to transfer, mostly on the defensive side, and it's to the point where the First Responder Bowl roster is not going to resemble anything that we saw in the regular season.
Well, I think Texas can say that. I think Michigan's going to say that when we come up this weekend. There is a food chain that's developed. I mean, the big eat the little.
Yeah.
And for every dude that's leaving UTSA for the Big 12 and the SEC and the Big 10, there's a bunch of D2 dudes looking at UTSA going, I'd like to go play there. So he's going to go rob from somebody else. Somebody's going to jump and leave ship because there's a space to go start on a team that's going to get some TV. So it'll shake out in the wash. Yeah, this sucks. This absolutely sucks. But you're not alone, Coach. You're not alone.
The defensive back group and the defensive line group hit the hardest. 2 starting corners, 3 starting defensive linemen now have announced an intent to transfer. That means the Roadrunners are short at both those position groups, not only in practice but in the game. And Traylor said all these D linemen who've been griping about their lack of reps, they're about to get a bunch of them on Friday.
This is what's going to kill the bowl games. The tournament isn't going to kill the bowl games.
Because
this is what's going to kill them.
Like Texas has some guys opting out, but most of the guys opting out at Texas are opting out because they're going to the NFL. Yeah. These are guys who are just leaving and they're going to get a bag somewhere because nobody's going to outbag Texas more than like on a player that matters.
No.
But UTSA, and Traylor's quote is, players are getting lured into the portal with promises of such incredible numbers that they can't match it. He says all the tampering going on across the country with agents and coaches contact players already on their rosters. He said, who knows if they're being told the truth or not. I never thought we'd be punished for making a bowl game by being leveraged that if you don't give them this certain number, they're not going to play in the bowl game.
That's the kid you don't want anyway, Coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you just found out who you were. So the bowl matters to the extent that it's a reward for the players that are there. And if the moment you start thinking this means anything more than a little bit of money to the university, but more of a time for your kids to go celebrate a season that's complete. That's really what the bowls used to be. And now you can't even do it for fear of showcasing somebody that might leave you. Man.
Or them holding you over a barrel they'll play in the bowl.
I don't care if you play. Go. Leave. But at some point, Coach, yes, we know.
Yeah.
We're all aware. And he just bristles at it. Coach Traylor, more than any other coach in the country, it just drives him crazy. And now he's playing the game, but there's no other coach in the country that has complained more about the situation that he's in than Coach Traylor.
Here's why
probably the lead dog on this, and he needs to vocalize it. But yeah, Coach, we know.
Well, he probably has the most reason to bitch about
probably.
it.
Well, I think James Madison, dude, lost a Heisman quarterback last year. I mean, yeah, we all got problems.
But here's the difference, man. Coach Traylor's had many an opportunity to leave for better jobs. Let's just call it what it is.
Well, he had an opportunity, but the contract he negotiated precluded that because his buyout was too high. So I don't feel too bad.
I'm talking about before that, he had opportunities to take other jobs. He's had opportunities in the last 5-6 years to take other jobs.
To land at a place that he'd be saying the same thing.
Oh, well, but I don't think so. I think that
You think UTSA is unique in this?
I think UTSA is uniquely cheap in today's
Well, they're not
college.
cheap. They just don't have it. But there's a lot of schools sitting in the same. UCF for 10 years was in the same boat until they just went all in, and it took them a couple years to build up and catch up. UTSA is in this process. They jumped deep into the pool probably 3 or 4 years before they should have, and that's because Traylor was that good.
Yeah.
So he's suffering the riches of his early success. Yes, he might have been able to leave early on, but he'd have jumped into the same boat. the contract he negotiated is the reason he's still here. He'd have been the head coach at Houston.
Yeah.
Houston would have come and gotten him. And guess what? Houston has the same problem, just on a little bit higher level. Yes, coach, we know. It's wrong. It has to be fixed. But every other coach in your boat is dealing with the same problem.
And they asked him about tampering, and he was like, there's no such thing as tampering because there's nothing to stop it. Because the players aren't going to tell you who's offering them.
And that's nothing new.
They're like, why would they tell you who's tampering with you and screw up their own stuff? They're driving the price up.
I'm not saying this is right, by the way. I'm saying there has to be a fix. And maybe Traylor, as long as he is the fly in the ointment, the sand in the oil, maybe it'll speed the process along. But until then, every one of the coaches in Division I football, but for about 10 schools, is worried about at least 8 starters.
Yeah.
That could disappear tomorrow.
Yep. This is a killer, though, man. This is.
You get to transfer one day a year. There's one day.
Yeah.
It's like a 48-hour period,
That's the way
kind
it
of like
should be,
signing day.
I think so.
And we do it right after the first of the year, and there's a deadline. Coaches must be hired or fired by X date, and if you don't, well, you pay the price. And you can't start hiring till X date. You can't hire while the season's going on. There's a 2-week program there. Yes, there's going to be tampering. Yes, that's going to go on, but at least we have a deadline. And then there's a 48-hour transfer portal. And once that's it, man, you're locked in. Sorry, you're stuck.
I was one of the guys who was like, of course these college athletes should be getting some money because they're bringing a ton of money in. But I also knew, and I said at the time, this is Pandora's box.
Well, we all knew that.
And it is... Unless you say, like, okay, we're going to give every football player, the quarterback gets the same stipend as the kicker, then otherwise it's going to turn into pro sports, which it's now pro sports.
Yes.
And that means there's free agency twice a year for these kids.
I would rather do it this way. I would rather open the floodgates and start whittling down to what we know will work, as apart from what the NCAA was, where they started with nothing and they just started adding little things that, contradicted. Before you knew it, you had a 450-foot, page rule book because they started with nothing and go, oh, yeah, we should let them do that. So we'll add this, but we can't let them do that. I'd rather right now be the fire hose. Let's go free range. And then, okay, we know that this portal doesn't work. So let's fix that. But let's not limit all the other stuff that is, in fact, good. That is, in fact, helping the game. We got fifth-year seniors. We got some longevity here. We got something to, hold on to. The college game is growing because of this. It is helping. The Heisman winner came from James Madison, a dude we'd have never seen or heard of, is now a worldwide name because the portal was there. So we know there's good things, but there's a lot of bad stuff, so we can whittle it down. I'd rather be doing it this way. If that doesn't work, let's fix that instead of saying, let's add this and let's add that. And then we'll add this. And I'd rather carve away than keep adding.
Well, the Heisman winning player didn't come from James Madison. His coach did.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, he's a transfer is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Guys have moved around, and guess what? Cal lost a Heisman Trophy winner to Indiana. Who'd have thought? So there's some good and bad stuff, and Cal coach is standing there going, stupid portal? They stole my guy. Well, yes, every coach is going to lose some dudes. That's what gets me about Coach Traylor, is you're not alone. You're acting like you're the only dude that's dealing with this. Yes, it's absolutely wrong, and we got to fix it. But at some point, Coach, you're not alone. This isn't just happening to you.
Yeah, but I also get his sentiment because, and like you said, UTSA just doesn't have the bag that they need to keep up in this day.
They chose a conference that they're going to have to catch up.
If they had known what it was going to look like to compete,
I think they'd do
football,
it again. Oh, they'd be all in. I think you get this
I guess that's where you get the money from.
You figure it out on the go. You figure it out on the fix. You don't get an opportunity to jump like that, but they did jump, and they're behind. I mean, that's just they knew it going in.
You're in the fire with programs that just have a lot more. They have a lot more means than you do,
and you just need one dude. You really seriously look at what happened in Lubbock. You need one guy to show up and say, "All right." For at least the next couple of years, everything I got's going to go toward this.
But who is that guy? I mean, does that guy exist here?
I don't know. Honest to God, because this program's so young and because football has not been part of the process here, because I'm pretty sure the alumni still don't quite get what it means to support the football program, like guys that go to Texas with the Texas X's or Aggies with the 12th man. I mean, we're indoctrinated from the moment we walk on campus. This is a lifetime commitment. As you join this campus as an 18-year-old, we want checks coming from you till you're 90.
My brother is a UTSA graduate. Every Saturday, he's geared up to watch college football.
Has he written a check?
He's geared up to watch the University of Texas.
See? I mean,
could care less about UTSA football.
That's the problem UTSA is going to continually run into, because there was this mixed allegiance from people that should have adopted yours because they got the diploma from you. But it's UTSA for school and it's University of Texas for football.
Yeah.
And that might not be surmountable. You might not ever be able to overcome that.
Because you have to, not only do you have to find a guy who ends up making some really good money after he graduates from you, but then you have to find a guy who actually cares about your football program, too.
You hope that somebody like that tech guy who played football there and stumbled into billions, working in the oil patch, something might happen to UTSA, just like what happened to Oklahoma State way back when, long before all this with the, I forget his name. T-Boone Pickens. I mean, there's a long history of that. I feel bad for UTSA, but you chose to get in the deep end of the pool, and you know what? You've been moderately successful. Now, if you'd been going, 1-9 for the last 4 years, then we'd have to talk about your decision. But they, despite the money, they have been in contention. Despite the money, they're playing in a bowl game, so it ain't all rotten at UTSA.
But here's what I do believe now: in the American Conference, which is a competitive conference, and with the programs that are in that conference and the money that's at some of those programs, what we saw this season is probably much more the standard than what we saw in the Frank Harris years.
I would say absolutely. I mean, you're going to stumble into a dude every year.
You're not going to see a bunch of 10-2 seasons out of UTSA
but,
anymore.
I think what'll sustain the coach is he does have a reputation for developing. He does. You do know that when you come to UTSA, if you're worth a crap, you'll get to get the bag. You'll get to go to UT or Ohio State or do whatever. Coach can use this. You're known.
It just means you've got to win when they're young.
You got to get them, win, and keep recruiting the next guy because this dude's going to leave. And once you know
it's like competing like the one and done era in college basketball. Like like I've got these guys for a short time because they're headed off to greener pastures. I got to win now.
That's been me for the last couple of years. I've been talking to football guys saying, "Welcome to the party, man. Welcome to the party." I mean, I've seen transfers and guys come and go in basketball for decades. So. Welcome to the party. You're going to survive. You just got to understand your place in the world and capitalize on that. Because you better be right now, you better be Sam Houston State's worst nightmare. You better be Stephen F's worst nightmare. Because if those guys are good, guess what? Next year they're playing in San Antonio. Yeah. Next year they're going to make the leap here, and maybe they get to go on to Washington State, kind of like Cam Ward did. Maybe I'm just a pit stop and there's another school on the way, but I'll get you for a year.
And that's maybe I don't know if that's how you pitch it. But I mean, obviously you have to. But the thing is, I mean, that's not Jeff Traylor. Jeff Traylor's a culture builder.
But Snyder, remember Kansas State and Dan Snyder?
Yeah,
he's been doing that. He's been bringing the JUCO transfers for a year for 30 years before he retired, and he built a solid program knowing that. It never felt outlaw.
No.
You just know the guys that go to Kansas State were probably at a junior college, and they're just there for a year, and Snyder was recruiting appropriately and was successful doing it. Now, I'm not saying that Traylor is Snyder and he should act that way, but we do know that you can sustain a program doing that. Calipari at Kentucky, different level of player, obviously, but new teams every year.
But you understand, like, there are coaches who are, like, their idea is to build these things with mercenaries. I think Traylor is like a guy who values loyalty. He values culture, and it's really hard to have to recycle these guys every year. You can never build a culture that way.
No school can.
It's very difficult for a guy like Traylor. I think I feel bad for him. It is what it is. It's the modern college football, and I know that he hates it.
Well, to call out a kid saying he's leveraging me, God, that gives me a little. You're talking to a kid.
But you know what? You're talking to a kid who's
I know.
Talking about millions of dollars.
Right.
You got to stop acting like they're kids.
No, well, they are. Now, they're in adult circumstances, but they're still kids.
Yeah. Once you're talking about seven figures, I'm not treating a 19-year-old kid, 20-year-old kid talking about seven figures like a kid.
Well, you're
in a grown man business now.
But the decision making is still the child. And you don't blame them for that. You blame those that are surrounding him. Would you do anything different than that kid? If somebody called and said, you know what, you look really good. If you'll hold your horses and get in the portal, we're going to pay you $4 million next year.
Of course.
Of course,
and
I'm there.
That's what, everybody who hates this is saying, oh, it's so gross. But everybody who says it's gross when their team loses a player, if somebody offered them a job making 5x what they're making now, their loyalty would suddenly
I'm out
change.
the door. So
yeah.
That's the one thing I'd say, Coach, don't do that. I'd call out the circumstances, call out the people. The kid
I think
is
that's
a
what he is.
pawn.
I think he's calling out the system that allows it.
I know, but the kid itself, I wouldn't even mention a name because they're
you have to mention a name because he's he's not playing in the bowl. Why isn't this guy playing in the bowl?
It is what it is. But the leverage and this and promises, it's not the kid's fault. He's in the circumstance, and he is doing exactly what 99% of everybody here would do. It ain't his fault. It's the rules and the circumstances that he was put into. And it's the adults in the room, like Coach Traylor, that need to go get this thing fixed. And I know that Coach Traylor and all the other coaches feel helpless. What am I to do? I am caught in this wave of money. And it's all about the money. And no one cares. Everybody bitches, but we're screaming into the night. Every coach is mad at this, yet nothing. Well, we've had a slight change in signing day. We've done a little bit, but let's be realistic. Unless the money dries up, this is going to continue the way it's going because it's working.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk some NFL, talk about the fallout from the Tua benching for the Miami Dolphins. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Oh, the holidays are just around the corner. I bet tomorrow's even a getaway day. I hope you considered what you're doing with your dogs. I'll tell you what, you're getting a vacay. Why don't you give your pups a little getaway at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit? I'm talking about 17,000 square feet of indoor-outdoor fun. You want to send your dogs to a place where they're going to be happy, be taken care of, and really kind of enjoy a time away from the fam. I'm telling you, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit is the place. You know how you can judge a kennel when you pick up your dog and you can tell your dog is hardly eaten, and they get home and they immediately you can tell they've had a rough couple of days. When I pick up my dogs from Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit, the first thing I notice is they're not hungry. They were calm enough, relaxed enough, had a good enough time to eat while they were there. That tells me a lot right there. I pick up my dogs. They've been bathed. They're ready to go, ready on time. When I tell them when I'm going to pick them up, they're there. They're just a hop, skip, and a jump from the airport, and they're waiting on you right now through the holiday season. Go to mybunkandbiscuit.com for all the details. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit is the stay for your pets. Call them today, and I know you're going to thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I have a question for AJ. Do you actually wear a fake headset on game day? Because I have a vision of you just with a headset on, going through the motions.
Andy Reid.
Really awesome.
He goes Coach Reid. He's got a menu.
Fake Andy Reid. Yeah, fake Andy Reid. I love that guy. Fake Andy Reid who's got his headset. I just wondered because, again, you are very knowledgeable, but I think that's what I'm going to do when I retire is I'm just going to sit around with a headset and talk to nobody but myself.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, go for it here.
And keep a challenge flag in your sock.
And then I tell myself, oh my God. I can't believe Shotty did this. I'm going to talk to him on the radio on Friday, and I can't believe he did this.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J. Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J. Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Jason Minix here from The Blitz with a great way for you to make December basketball a lot more exciting, and that's playing along on Underdog. The best place to get in on all the action, make your picks, and win money right now in Texas. It's fun, it's easy. All you have to do is pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Think about De'Aaron Fox and his point totals. Get your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Use promo code STAR to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
What does it mean to work with one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas? At Thomas J. Henry, it means we can put our team of experts to work for you. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. The name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office, San Antonio.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
This Christmas season, visit your local Boot Barn store for top quality gifts that pay tribute to the lasting heritage of the West. From handcrafted cowboy boots and American-made felt hats to premium leather jackets, our in-store partners will help guide you as you shop, assisting with boot fitting and providing complimentary hat shaping. This Christmas, share a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Underrated banger.
Banger, you say?
This is a banger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say it's underrated.
Wide awake.
Beautiful voice.
Oh, yeah. Of an angel. Mm-hmm. Body ain't bad either. All right. Enough of that.
Okay.
I mean, I can't listen to that all day and not sing. I mean, you know that.
All right.
You know that. You're testing me.
Is this Dua Lipa?
I know.
Dangling a carrot right at the end of the treadmill.
That's all he does is try and test me.
You know, not too many people are tested by Katy Perry.
No.
But, I mean, we all have our El Guapos.
The Dolphins coach, Mike McDaniel, came out, and this had to be a tough pill to swallow for everybody. I mean,
you think?
This is because Mike McDaniel could look really stupid here because he said something that he didn't have to say, but he said it. They asked him about the move, and why is you've got Tua, who is Tua's a below average NFL quarterback, but he's I mean, below average NFL quarterback. He's certainly one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the world. We agree on that?
Well, yeah, but this argument is it doesn't matter. We can argue how good he is or how bad he is. He's going to be a Miami Dolphin next year, no matter what.
Yeah.
There is now you can sit him and pay the X amount, and you might do the Kirk Cousins thing, which Atlanta did, and they survived. They didn't survive great. I hate that team, but Quinn knows. Yeah, I got a couple games, but I can't imagine a world. No matter how good Quinn Ewers looks, he can throw for 1,000 yards over the next 3 games. And the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins next year is going to be Tua.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You're gonna have him sitting on a bench and pay him $40 million? Are you gonna cut him and pay the $90 million cap hit? Or are you gonna just go Kirk Cousins?
I was gonna say, have you seen the Atlanta Falcons?
Well, I'm just saying. I just brought it up. The Falcons, they survived, but I can tell you this: Quinn Ewers, this is an opportunity for another team. It didn't work in Miami. I mean, in Atlanta, yeah, you spent a lot of money on the bench, but guess what? You still suck.
Yeah.
And I don't see Penix getting that much better. So they're no better off today. No matter what happens for Ewers, the outcome is already decided.
Obviously he's on the books through 2028. He carries a $56.4 million cap hit next year. He will be on the team next year.
Yes. There is, no matter what, he is a Miami Dolphin. And then how do you even begin a season committed to that much quarterback and sit him on the bench? And knowing that at best Quinn Ewers might come out even.
Now, I think that the smart thing to do would have been for Mike McDaniel to say, we're eliminated from playoff contention. We have a young quarterback here that I want to learn more about. I got to see what we've got in Quinn Ewers. Instead, he said, Quinn Ewers gives us a better chance to win football games right now. That's not what you're supposed to say, because I don't know that. I don't think he believes that. Now, I do think he believes that Tua's sucked lately, and Tua is a big reason why the Dolphins aren't better than they are.
So you think Tua's butt hurt today?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I hope so.
But I mean, Tua's also the kind of guy who will say, "Well, if I had played better, I wouldn't be in this position." Well,
he took a guy's job. He took Jalen Hurts' job.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's happened. He did it, and it's happened to him. I don't think he's butthurt. He's going to go cash his checks and show up next year as the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
So the quote is, and Tua is going to be the emergency third-string quarterback. Zach Wilson's the backup.
Yeah,
this week.
You can leave. The one thing I do appreciate about what McDaniel did was there's no question he's our starter. Tua's not going to be waiting in the wings if he has a bad game. You're the dude.
But that's the thing. Like, let's just be realistic. Between Tua, Zach Wilson, and Quinn Ewers, rank them in order of guys you think could win a football game this weekend. And I think it's Tua, Zach Wilson, Quinn Ewers.
Probably. I don't know, but probably yeah.
But the idea that they are that order is flipped, it would have been real easy to say we're just going to learn what we need to learn about Quinn Ewers in these last few weeks. And then that way it doesn't leave Tua looking awful, because Tua looks awful right now.
Oh, his team sucks.
He looks like an albatross.
And he is.
And yeah, but but knowing you're stuck with him next year, you don't want to say that.
Yeah. I agree with you. I do. But I mean, Tua knows, owner knows, coach knows, players know. We're stuck with him next year. He's our quarterback.
It's like when the Browns owner came out and was like, this Deshaun Watson deal was a mess. You're not supposed to say, like, we all know, but you don't say it out loud because Deshaun is going to be on your team next year.
True. Well, I mean, he'll be paid.
Yeah, but you gotta like take that into consideration that Tua is still going to be around next year. So to say this guy gives us the third best chance to win is just a big slap in the face to a guy you're giving $56 million to next year.
I agree with that, but Tua knows, hey, man, I'll go home, take my vacation. I'll see you in May for OTAs.
McDaniel said the decision wasn't easy for Tua to hear, but he exhibited what makes him a captain and a leader on this team. And McDaniel said, I think the quarterback play this weekend was not good enough. And so for me, everything's on the table.
I don't think anybody would argue that.
14 games. Tua is a 67.7% passer, 2,660 yards, 20 touchdowns, and a league-leading 15 interceptions. And it's funny because they had gone –
they're a running team.
They'd won 4 games in a row going into that game, but it was 3 touchdowns and 3 picks over those 4 games for Tua. It wasn't because of him. They're
running the football.
Achane was going wild. The defense had been playing well. And quite frankly, like, if the Dolphins had, even competent quarterback play this year, they'd still be in the playoff conversation.
Probably. The defense turned out to be pretty good. But, again, it doesn't matter. All this is just window dressing. The season will end. They're going to bring in another backup quarterback to give some sort of pressure.
Yeah.
One of these two will survive. I wouldn't be surprised to see Zach Wilson play. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think Ewers gets the first shot. Zach will get one. And then the best of those two will be brought back under some kind of contract as some safety net. And then somebody else is going to be brought in that will probably be, at the very minimum, third string, maybe even be the backup. Because Tua is one strong wind away, one decent hit to the melon, where he's going to be sipping, his lunch through a straw. I mean, this guy is one concussion away from, I think, his career being over.
Probably so.
So they need to have a quarterback in place that feels comfortable there, and I think they're going to pick of the two that are in the building, one gets to stay.
Well, I also think, one, you kind of know what Zach Wilson is.
Exactly.
We've seen Quinn Ewers might be good. I generally think he's
a backup quarterback at best.
He lacks the physical tools that will make him an above average NFL starter. I don't think he can be an NFL star, like a real NFL starter. Maybe I'm wrong, but with him, it's the unscratched lottery ticket of it. At some point you say, a guy I used to work with, and it's funny in hindsight, but when Sam Darnold was bad for so long, he said, I would rather go pick up a guy at the park to play quarterback than Sam Darnold, because the guy at the park, while it's highly unlikely he can't play, Sam Darnold has proven that he can't play. I think Zach Wilson has now proven that. I mean, obviously that was before the last 2 years, but Zach Wilson has proven that he can't play. Now, maybe when you see the Sam Darnold resurrection and the Daniel Jones resurrection, maybe you're willing to give guys like these another chance, and maybe somebody would be willing to give Tua another chance even. But generally, we have an idea of what Zach Wilson and Tua are.
Yeah, that's why Quinn's playing.
And just say that. Just say we want to find out what we've got.
Well, I also think I think the team also looks around and goes, Tua's not doing it. So he's also talking to his team.
But the fact that
this guy, our quarterback play team, I know wasn't good enough. So we're going to sub him out. And I'm talking to my linemen and my defense that's going, you got to get Tua off the field. We can't win with him.
And I know that, the Vegas line isn't the end-all be-all, but the fact that the Dolphins dropped 3 points on the line when they decided they're going to Quinn Ewers over Tua, that tells you what the combined dollars in the world think that they think this is a downgrade. To me, it's just a bad move to say we think he gives us a better chance to win, because now it seems like it's less likely you're going to win games down the stretch. And
you never know who he's talking to when he says stuff like this, but I know it was calculated. He knew exactly what he was going to say, and he said it. And he was either talking to Tua like, you're not getting ready enough, you're not preparing yourself enough, or you're not a leader. Now, he backed that up at the end, saying he accepted it. He wasn't happy about it, but he's a leader. But the first part of that sentence was, he ain't good enough.
Because I think if I'm him, if I'm McDaniel, and I feel like I'm, I think you're on a little bit of a hot seat still. I think I'd rather let people know, like, hey, I'm kind of playing with house money here. I'm looking at the future. That way, if you lose these next 3 games, you didn't lose after you said, this is my best chance of winning.
They're going to lose.
So you think that there's been some conversations with the front office that gave him the freedom to come out and say, this gives me the best chance to win, knowing it's not real.
You do this in one of 2 ways. One, I got no recourse, and I'm like Eberflus. I'm probably going to lose my job unless I do something remarkable.
Yeah.
And the only way that I can do that is find something different. Or Ross has already told him, look, you got the job. I'm not firing you. Now, what my fear is, I'm going to get fired the moment that Tua's contract is acceptable to move, and the next coach gets to come in and play with that money that I never got to play with. That's what's probably going to happen. But that you're coming back because as long as Tua's here, I can't rebuild. Next year I can move him for $30 million as opposed to $60 million or whatever it is this year. So I'll fire you next year and bring in a coach and then have his own quarterback, and we'll start this process over, which is probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So right now Mike can go, I'm going to start with whoever the hell I want. I got another year to play with this.
Yep. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I want to look at some potential head coach openings and see, talk about. We were discussing, I think it was just yesterday, would you take this job? Like if Kevin Stefanski got fired, which jobs would be the most appealing? I want to take a look at the jobs that are likely to be open this offseason and see which ones you think are the best and which ones you think are the least tenable. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
How you feeling this morning? Did you wake up feeling ready to attack the day? Nothing painful keeping you out of your life? If you are, carry on. You're doing things right. But so many of us deal with something daily painful that you can't get over. One of those things that every morning you wake up and go, here we go again. Let's take a couple of pills to deaden the pain and try to get through my day. Don't live like that. Arasti is here to help, and they're experts at doing it. They get people out of pain fast and have been doing it for a long time. Thousands and thousands of patients around the country would happily recommend Arasti treatments to their friends and family. There's no higher recommendation than that. When you go to an Arasti provider, it's what they do and how they do it that separates them. You get a full evaluation. They're going to find out what's painful and why it's painful. They're going to fix the problem. Pain goes away. It's remarkable how that works. It's not like 2 pills and call me next week if we didn't deaden the pain enough. It's not about surgery to prolong this thing. It's about your body fixing it fast. They're all around San Antonio. You want to find one close? Go to Arasti.com. They got a map of all the providers. Write this number down, 210-1-800-404-6050. 1-800-404-6050. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Call them today. They're going to fix you and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning on 35 northbound, just past Tupperwine. Got an accident, only the center lane open. Already a 10-12 minute delay. It's got you stop and go from Judson Road. Now they just picked up the road work at 35 southbound Thousand Oaks over to Randolph Boulevard, and an accident Callahan at I-10 on the frontage road. You guys see something we're not talking about? Call us on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs, from quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options. Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Get a quote today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
'Tis the season to save big with the Red Tag Sales Event at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Buy the new 2026 Silverado 1500 at a low $32,999, or save $10,000 off MSRP on 2025 Silverado heavy duties. Lease the new Trax for only $189 a month. And this month, get 0% financing on a new 2026 Equinox. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet by Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Okay, so your trophy's in the cabinet. Business is great. The growing pains are all in the past and you're feeling optimistic. Now you're in big trouble. Because truth is, no matter how well you slayed your last quarter, the next one could slay you right back. And without a cohesive strategy and a scalable idea you can rely on, nothing is certain except uncertainty. Which is why for your next rodeo, you need the Next Rodeo. The Next Rodeo is a true creative partner that brings next-level creative thinking and production quality to companies who didn't believe they could afford it. So you can keep your company growing without outgrowing the dream that started it. The Next Rodeo. The difference between the business you have and the business you want is one great scalable idea. Get the full story at thenextrodeo.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
ConnecticutSA.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Have you heard the story that's about a guy who lives in a bank that is really close by? The Capital One Cafe is his home, no doubt, where customers bank and get their cash out. There's no fees or minimums on checking accounts, so your money stays. Most Capital One cafes are open all 7 days. This magical place, as some people might call it, is where the Capital One bank guy says, "What's in your wallet?" Such a lovely tale.
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A. member FDIC.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This gal's a slut. Right? I mean, come on.
This came out back in the 50s. Like,
this is Madonna singing it.
Oh, but the song itself.
Yeah.
It's so
You're
funny.
going to wait up for Santa? It's like a porn.
It's funny. I've just finished that Jeff Pearlman's book on Tupac. It's called Only God Can Judge Me. It's a really good read.
Mm-hmm.
And it talks about Tupac like being he went to a party with Madonna and ended up banged her a couple times.
Right.
And then he went to prison. And when he was in prison, he wrote Madonna a letter, like basically like breaking up with her, telling her like you know, don't wait around for me. And she was like, we just had sex. Like I don't
care about you. Yeah.
It's so funny. Like Tupac, that book really does like change your perspective of Tupac. Where I mean, a lot of people thought that, you know, thug life and like that's what he was.
He was a wimp, right?
Yeah, like this dude was like a total puss. Who like when he got the thug life tattoo, people were like, "Dude, why did you do that?"
Yeah,
and then he like tried to come up with an acronym for it, and he like it was like people were embarrassed for him, and then he just kept having to like play more and more into this fake role that he just never really was.
But he sold it though.
He sold it as well as anybody and made a bunch of money by selling it. But yeah, it was funny that he told Madonna, he's like, I just don't want you to have to be out there waiting for me. And Madonna was like, dude, we just banged at a party. I don't like lose my number, bro.
I'm with Dennis Rodman now.
Exactly. All right. I wanted to talk about these coach openings in the NFL, likely coach openings. ESPN did a little story on this morning, and it talked about Now, there are two guys who I think are unlikely to move away, and they agree. There is a world where Andy Reid could retire, and if Andy Reid retires, the Chiefs are instantly the best job available because they have Patrick Mahomes. I don't think anybody would even argue with that, right?
No, you're right.
Okay. The other one that's talked about a lot is Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh.
Also another good job.
I agree, although
well, no matter what happens, they ain't going to fire you.
They're very loyal,
years.
but yeah, they do not have a long-term quarterback in place.
No, but they'll give you. If you take that job, you will have plenty of time if you do things the Steeler way. You just got to keep the momentum flowing, and you just do the job that start with Chuck Noll way back in the 70s and do it that way, and they'll put up with a lot of crap.
I mean, they've had 3 coaches in, 50-something years?
Yeah, so that's a good gig to know. Now, the possibilities of success are further down the road.
Sure.
But, I might look at them pretty equal.
All right. I want you to write these down because I'm going to ask you to put them in order from good to not good.
I was told there'd be no writing.
There is writing. This is a test. Cardinals,
all right.
Falcons, Giants, Bengals, Browns, Raiders.
I don't want any of these jobs.
Dolphins, Titans. All right. What is the best job available?
Giants.
You think
you got
so?
Your quarterback. You got a couple of wide receivers. You've got an all-pro on your defensive line. The hard work's already been done. Giants' best job.
I would take the Bengals.
But
you have Joe Burrow.
But there's more to it, though. I mean, you do have to work for the Brown family. You're going to be limited.
No, I know. But I like if you're saying, hey, I need you to win in 3 years or you're fired.
Well, I could argue the Giants are probably in an easier division to do that, and they're already a year into a quarterback that is possible.
But, dude, knowing what Jackson Dart is versus knowing what Joe Burrow is very different.
Yeah, I think we're about 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Because, yes, Cincinnati has a great quarterback and 2 of the top 20 wide receivers in all of football, so I do have that. But I don't got much else. And the Giants, I got an unproven quarterback. I feel like I got the future. I'm further down the road talent-wise in New York.
Yeah.
But I don't have to do that much in Cincinnati, but just find another couple of pieces for Burrow for at least, I figure if I can get him out of his depression, I got him for about 5 more years if I can do this right without him being hurt again. I mean, I'd still, if it was me and money was equal, time was equal, I think you would go with a better quarterback. I'd go with the team with more talent already in the building.
Yeah, I mean, just to me, it's so hard to find a franchise quarterback.
I think the sum total of what the Giants offer is equal to the one dude that Cincinnati has. It's just which place would you rather go coach? And to me, I think I'd go coach the Giants knowing that I get to play the Cowboys twice a year and the Commanders twice a year.
What's the second best job? I guess you think the Bengals is the second best?
I think the Bengals would be just because of that. After that,
it's pretty bleak.
Yeah, it is bleak. The Falcons have. But if you take the
do you
Falcons,
believe in Michael Penix?
I don't know yet. I think maybe a little bit. But the one thing about the Falcons, if I don't like Penix, I got a Bijan. If I can find a way to keep my my wide receiver motivated and I can get more out of Pitts on a regular basis.
Pitts is a free agent.
Well, I mean, keep him around. I'm in another weak-ass division.
They've got a very good chance of winning their division. You're right.
And I hate the Falcons, but if I look at the possibilities, if I could – but if to take that job, I'd have to have the same attitude as a guy who's going to try to get a stripper off the pole and straighten her up. Like I can fix her. I'll make her live at home and she'll – I mean, you really have to fix an entire program more than just the 50 dudes on the football team.
The way these jobs are ranked by ESPN – is not the way that I would rank them. They ranked, and I guess I should give credit to the writer, but Bill Barnwell wrote this. He ranks them Bengals as the best, which I do agree with. That's the last time we agree. Number 2, he puts Arizona.
Well, there's a lot of talent. This one got a quarterback.
I mean, you're paying Kyler Murray, which, just kind of like Tua, he's not going away. Like, you're with him for a while. I do like Trey McBride and things like that, but you're also in a division where you are not just the fourth best team, you are the fourth best franchise. The other three franchises are run so much better than you. And you've got three genius coaches. You've got to be
No, I don't think the Cardinals' job's that good.
Oh, I think it's a dreadful job. Number 3, it says the Browns.
Well,
I don't know how that – I mean, there's only 1 year left on the Deshaun contract.
That's what I was going to say. So you're going to have some free money. You do have the best player in the world on defense, at least for the next couple of years. But that really – no, I don't put –
But you don't have – your draft capital is not good.
Yeah.
Your cap space is not good, and you're in Cleveland.
At the end of the day, that's
– They put the Tennessee Titans 4th, which – I don't know if they would be 7th or 8th on my list, but it's one of those two for sure. And the Cam Ward saying, I want to have a say on who the next head coach is. Dude, I don't know if you're on the team next year. I don't know if you're a starter next year.
He can say that. Sure, man.
What are you talking about? Okay. You should have a say. Are you crazy?
I will email you 5 seconds before I announce it. How's that?
Yeah, I'll shoot you a text letting you know who the coach is going to be.
And I'll even let you sit in on the interviews. But you're not going to make a single damn decision, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you got the worst QBR in the league. You're trying to decide the next head coach. They put the Giants as 5th, which I think is low considering some of the pieces there in place. They've got a lot of draft capital. I think it's a relatively appealing job.
But the seat will get hotter there faster than any other place.
Atlanta, they put 6th.
These are all pigs, man. Every one of these.
Dolphins 7th, and they put the Raiders dead-ass last.
And the Raiders at least would be a fun place to live.
What I will say about the Raiders, they've got a ton of draft capital, and they've got a ton of cap space. They just have 2 good players on their whole roster, and that's – I mean, it is a bad situation. And you've got a dopey owner.
8 jobs.
You got to be serious looking at him with that haircut every day. That's tough. Halfway there, Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by Service Titan.
Commercial contractors looking to drive real business results? With Service Titan, the all-in-one software for the trades, commercial contractors saw 19% more revenue, 10% more on-time payments, and a 21% increase in renewals. It works. Accelerate your growth. Visit ServiceTitan.com to learn more.
Seattle versus LA tonight on Thursday Night Football. What a game. And of course, the Blitz will be with our friends from Flight by Yingling at 90 Proof Bar and Grill on Highway 90.
Pre-game with us this afternoon from 2 to 6 and stick around and watch the game. Flight will be on special and they will have some great prizes including those cool backpack coolers.
The Blitz live at 90 Proof Bar and Grill today leading up to Seattle taking on LA with our friends from Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
And Doug.
Oh, what a horrible call. Hey, ref, open your eyes. Ref, you're really not going to call that? Come on.
Hey, ref, why don't you customize your car insurance with Liberty Mutual and save money?
I don't think you get what we're doing.
Sure I do. We're all just giving him advice. You guys on sports, me on saving money.
Nope, that's not it.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here, and I'll tell you what, it's holiday season. My bags are packed, travel plans are set, and the roads and airports are filling up. I want to remind you that while you're heading out of town, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has your pups covered. It's a luxury pet care you can trust while you're away. They've got over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments. It's a holiday staycation that your four-legged MVP certainly deserves and will absolutely love. Book your pup spot today. Call 210-750-1298.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with the good news. They just cleared that accident. 35 northbound, Tupperwine to 1604 has now reopened. 281 northbound, Redland Road, that's a stall taking up a right lane. Another trouble spot, 281 northbound, this one right around Josephine Grayson Street. That stall's been moved off to the right shoulder. On 35 northbound, Highway 90 south side, that's a stall left shoulder. And 1604 westbound, that on-ramp from 35. Looks like we do have an accident with that on-ramp partially blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs get back to work tonight. They're up in Washington to take on the Wizards. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle Quinnen Williams did not practice yesterday as he continues to work his way through a concussion. His status for Sunday's game against the Chargers is still up in the air. In other NFL news, the Dolphins are making a change at quarterback. Over the final games, they're going to start former Longhorn and rookie quarterback Quinn Ewers, benching Tua Tagovailoa. In college basketball, UTSA ventured to L.A. to take on the University of Southern California Trojans, losing 97-70. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, America. And San Antonio. We are not nationally syndicated as of yet.
Not yet.
You can listen anywhere in the world.
Discussions are in place, though. There's been a lot of talk about me
hosting a rock show.
Hosting a rock show on the new station, the app.
Yeah.
But you actually have to play music. You can't just sing.
And
I would play some music. I'd play a little bit of music.
You're not planning on just singing the songs for them like it's AJ's karaoke hour?
I mean, I wouldn't do just that. I would do it sometimes. But I would tell jokes. I'd do wacky things.
Yeah, they got me in a deal to manage that.
Oh, you
station.
would be my boss.
Yeah. Yeah. So
y'all have good luck with that. It's in pretty good hands right now. I don't know why we'd want to alter it. Iris.
If you're the manager of it, you should say, "Hey, I want to bring on some new talent. I know this guy, AJ Hoffman,
or AJ Mothman,
or you could call him the Axeman. We'll call me.
Oh yeah, no, you're the Axeman on the app.
Yeah, they'll never know. They'll never know.
Go have fun.
Oh
yeah,
man.
dude,
Can you imagine?
Axeman.
Go
You're
have
talking
fun.
into Stone Temple Pilots. See, you can do
That's
that.
right. That's right. Where?
Here we go. See, you could sing over there.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't
over
care
there.
over there.
They're all right with it there.
They might care more.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
All right. Want to get into some Dallas Cowboys discussion here. The Cowboys on life support, they may be eliminated by the time they take the field on Sunday.
They're eliminated already. Let's just admit what it is.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean, it would take
a.
But Shoddy is. I don't know. I mean, I get it. Like, he's in a spot where he's in a tough spot now. I know Shoddy loves Matt Eberflus. Like he has a lot of respect for him.
But
I think, I think at some point they were close. But you don't go through all this knowing full well. Eberflus is no fool. He knows what's going on.
I mean, and it's also just kind of the business of things. Like,
Yes.
I think Brian Schottenheimer really liked Mike McCarthy. But you understand the business of things.
This is the business we've chosen. You're going to be someplace else next year. It's evident by every measure.
Here's what Shoddy said about Jerry talking about. When we played this the other day, we played Jerry the other day talking about Matt Eberflus and how he's going to be evaluated on the last 3 games of the season. Here's what Shoddy had to say about Jerry's comments.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Ed, we all understand the business we're in, and this is the National Football League. I think Flus is a great coach. We have not played well enough in that area. But my biggest thing is, I've been Flus. I've been through those people, saying, hey, what about Shoddy and this? Yeah, that's part of it. We're used to it. So my job is to help Flus and the entire staff to come up with a great game plan and try to play the best we can these next 3 weeks. And that's what I'm committed to doing.
Such is life. Carry on.
I think
we'll still have dinners together, and we'll
we'll text, and if a job opens up down the road, I'll give you a call. And
I'm not saying he's a good or bad coach. I don't know, but I quantify coaches that there's 2 different categories you got to be good at. One is the actual strategy of the game, and the other one is to motivate the guys to execute the strategy of the game. And he's probably good at one of those. I think he's probably pretty good at getting players to like the idea, to play the game. His X's and O's just did not fit the manpower or the execution required. Some of it was not his fault. He lost he lost Micah, but at the end of the day, dude, you got to produce. And there's been a lot of better defensive coordinators that have come and gone before you, man.
And that is it's real easy to say, well, they traded away a top 3 defender in the world, and your number 1 cornerback's been standing on the sidelines in sweats all year.
He has some reasons.
Yeah, but you can't be the worst. You can. There can be some drop off, but you can't just be absolute garbage. Mm-hmm. And this defense has been absolute garbage.
Yes, there's no getting around how bad it's truly been. There's no defending it. I mean, you really can't. You can say he's a great coach, but you never heard Shoddy or anybody else go, but for this play, but for that thing. No, it's been a lot of things that have been the problem.
The defense last year was pretty bad. Had they just dropped off a little from last year, you go, okay, I could. He's not playing with a full deck. I get it.
Well, go listen to our shows at the beginning of this season when we came back from training camp. We said if the defense can just be half-assed, we expect a pretty decent year, but they're going to have to hold teams under 25 points a game. I mean, that's just going to have to, and they couldn't.
They cannot. Here's this is, I think, something that's the defense is almost protecting the defense being so bad has kind of protected the fact that the offensive line, not the offensive line, because the interior offensive line has been good. The tackles are trash on this team. Nate Thomas is not an NFL player. He's just not. And quite frankly, Tyler Guyton, who he's been replacing, does not seem very good either.
He's a whiff. They made another mistake.
He's Mozzie 2.0.
Yeah, you whiffed.
Terrence Steele, you gave him too much money. He's not a very good player.
Not a whiff, just highly overpaid. You overpaid to the point where you couldn't let him go and go get somebody else that might have been to live up to it.
He's a swing tackle caliber player that you were paying starting tackle money.
And I'm not mad that he's still at right tackle. But it's just at the end of the day, the requirements for this job need to be a much better right tackle, and you just weren't up to it. And, part as friends, you filled the gap more than once adequately. But the time is done, and that will be the other primary fix in this offseason.
Well, they asked Shotty about Dak the last couple weeks and how they've protected him.
Again, I think, when you talk about the last 2 games, we haven't protected Dak very well. Nick, I think I'm always going to put myself out there first. I thought, again, Flores frustrated us with some things, and I needed to be better. But the biggest thing for me with the tackles specifically, which you asked about, is the fundamentals and the sets and the leverage and how they're keeping inside alignment and stuff like that. But we need to play better. We need to keep Dak upright. We need to let Dak throw out of a firm pocket, because when you give Dak that type of time, we've all seen what he's capable of doing. And, that's what we did for a lot of the year. And the last 2 games, I think, truly are, situations where we struggle a little bit when we don't do that.
Yeah.
You'll continue to struggle when you don't do that.
A lot of teams struggle when you don't do that.
If you can't protect your quarterback, you're wasting your time, quite frankly. I've talked about the Chargers quite a bit. It's shocking to me that the Chargers are still in this thing, due to the fact that they lost an all-pro caliber and a pro caliber tackle for most of the season.
Well, and they've also got a quarterback with a broken hand that's playing above and beyond because of this.
It's just incredible that they're still not only alive, they're kind of thriving.
Well, at the end of the day, that'll be why they lose.
But it's almost impossible to maintain that.
Yeah, they're going to lose because of the line. That's why when they debrief, they'll go, well, that's why our quarterback got killed.
When the Cincinnati Bengals went to the Super Bowl with the worst offensive line in the league, it was a Herculean effort to get them there, but at the end of the day, you couldn't win with that.
You couldn't, and there's also a long-term effect of that. I mean, even though you got there, the payoff has been Joe Burrow has never been healthy. Never. I mean, because he just continues to take a beating.
And part of that's on Joe Burrow, but also part of it is you have never.
All right. The ramifications of this were, your quarterback might be a little bit light and easy to injure, but he's always in a situation to get injured because you can't protect him.
Yeah.
So,
and you've got Dak. The minute you said you're the highest paid player in the world, you have to now prioritize protecting Dak.
The sad thing is they did. It's not like they let it go. There's only 1 third-round draft pick on that line. Everybody else is a first-round draft pick. They did and do their best.
Well, besides Steele.
At least internally. But, Steele he played his way up. He was undrafted, but was a starter under previous regimes and had played pretty well.
No, but you're right.
It's not like they didn't try. They
but
just
using a
failed
first-round pick and missing is still
it's a failure.
A disaster.
But we could say you didn't address it. Well, you did. You just didn't do a very good job of it. They knew they had a problem. They just didn't do a good job at fixing it. So I appreciate that they understood there was a problem available to you. And as I've said, you guys are going to have to start farming out your offensive line scout. Whoever is scouting your offensive lineman isn't seeing it or is seeing something that isn't there. Repeatedly, you've drafted dudes that can't do it. Find somebody else that sees talent because your guy doesn't see it.
Yeah, it's just not working out. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate anytime you take a swing with a high draft pick on a guy and it doesn't work. But
over and over and over.
Yeah, it does just seem to be a problem area for them. And, Tyler Guyton may end up developing into but I think.
Oh, we're 3 years into
normally,
this, man.
by this time, he was drafted, he used the 2024 draft.
This is his second year.
This is his second year.
I don't see it. It's not going to.
First of all, he's been not super available, but when he's played, he's been bad.
Yeah.
And I kept saying it last year. I'm like, Are you worried about this? Because even as the season went on, he didn't really develop. And I remember last year that like the early part of the schedule, it was like, oh, Max Crosby, Trey Hendricks. It was every week. It was like some new monster standing across from him. But this year it wasn't that, and it was more the same results. And it's like maybe he's just not good.
He's not.
And
admit it.
So what do you do?
You go and swing at you take another swing at it. But the fact is, you shouldn't be the one swinging. Will McClay should not be scouting line. I'm serious. I mean, at some point you go, I'm not good at this.
Here's the thing.
Whatever. I can find a wide receiver. I mean, he found a Flournoy. I mean, the guy has some skill. He's been able to find some other talent, but you don't scout offensive linemen very well.
I think maybe just go find one that you know is good.
Well, that's the answer, right? You go with somebody else.
Like Quinnen Williams. They couldn't pick a defensive tackle to save their life. So what they do, they went out and traded for one of the best ones in the world.
Well, and twice they went and got Turner too. I mean, they realized we can't find him, so let's trade for him. I have no problem with that. I mean, Bill Belichick can't draft, never could draft, but he could find a free agent to do the job. I mean, and that really is the key to this right now, because you're going to have to go pieces and parts because you're still paying your quarterback $60 million. I mean, you don't have a lot of money to go sign a top grade left tackle. Those guys are expensive.
Then they talked about, starting to see guys in the future, starting to see what you've got in future guys. Here's what Shoddy had to say about that.
Yeah, again, I'm going to reserve that for when the season's over. Like I said, you guys asked me the other day about, if you don't make the playoffs, will the year be a success? And what was my answer? It doesn't change. We get judged on winning and losing, and we haven't won enough games. So doesn't mean there's not going to be things we look back that we're like, hey, we've built this and this is great. Man, we've really upgraded this position or we've done that. But again, I'm not going to, John, say, okay, well, now I'm going to go and say I'm going to stay in the moment, and I'm going to be all about the Chargers. And after we go and play the Chargers and hopefully win, I'm going to be all about the Commanders and then the Giants, and then see what happens. And then we'll take a broader, bigger picture at that point.
And finally, last clip we'll play of Shoddy here, and we should have him on tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'll be back.
We'll have our own discussion with him, but he talks about the Chargers and what makes the Chargers such a good defensive football team.
They're not very complicated. They just what they do well. They're wise. They're smart with their pieces, meaning the way they use Derwin. The flexibility they have with their defensive ends. They're deep there with Khalil Mack and Thule, and then you have Bud Dupree, and they're big and strong. The backers, both Perryman and Henley, are very physical players, but you can't watch their film and not get caught up in how physical they are. I mean, they're a physical defense, and I remember Jesse coming to the league 2 or 3 years ago, whatever it's been, I guess 2 years ago, and I immediately was, a fan because I just saw the way those guys played and the way they impacted the game, and I think he's done a hell of a job for that organization.
It's a tough challenge for the Cowboys this week, and that's even if they were fully motivated. It'd be a tough challenge. I don't know how much motivation the Cowboys are going to have this week. I mean, this is like last week was the Dream Crusher. That was they put their heel on you and snuffed you out.
That's a team thing. The team's dreams were crushed. There's a lot of guys that need to make some money. So,
sure.
That's why you play backups in situations like this, because this is their opportunity to go above and beyond and get paid next year. Film don't lie. So
no, you're right.
I do think that they're going to give it the old college try, but when it comes down to it, this is when it's fourth down in the fourth quarter. You just make a decision knowing that, let's go for it. What the hell? There's nothing really riding on it. And that's what makes these games tough to watch.
Yeah.
Because unless you got a vested interest, who cares?
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, when we return, I want to talk a little bit about the college football games coming up this weekend, including Rob's Fighting Texas Aggies.
Ooh, big game, 11 o'clock.
Hurricanes. We all hate hurricanes. They're bad. Water knocking down houses.
I'm not going to pay any attention.
Blowing off roofs. We're against the bad hurricanes. We'll talk about that game coming up next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Hey, if you've got big plans for your property, you'll need rugged, dependable equipment. And as the new year arrives, go make your deal at Ewald Kubota, you're going to have the best equipment you could possibly have to start the next year if you're ready to go make a deal right now, because Ewald Kubota's got exactly what you need. And you can judge a guy with some land by the tractor he's got in his barn, and if it's orange, he's doing it right. Like the Kubota, the BX is perfect, and the L-Series compact tractors, they're exactly what you need. They got all the parts that you need and all the follow-up service that you can expect from Ewald. They're number one in durability and owner experience. You know what I'm talking about. If we're talking about lawn mowers, their Z-Series mowers and Sidekick utility vehicles are perfect for the property. They're perfect for the work site. Go make your deal. Go do it now as the year ends. You can even rent Kubota equipment on a daily, weekly basis if you got a project on the way. One call covers everything. You know, the thing about Ewald Kubota is they'll always be there for you, whether you're looking to buy, rent, or get your equipment service. If you're looking for the genuine Kubota parts, you know they're going to have them. You can order online or drop by anytime. They're happy to see you. Go make your deal and make 2026 an orange year, because from the Texas coast to the Texas Hill Country, Ewald Kubota, heck yeah, they're your Kubota dealer.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon. The Cowboys take on the Los Angeles Chargers at home in Arlington. Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been, because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this: the insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Good morning. 8:23 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1. How's everybody's confidence going into the college football playoff?
What do you mean confidence?
What, if the Aggies are going to lose?
Well, I just mean, like, I wonder how all these teams are feeling going in. A lot of these teams doing it for the first time. I'm curious the mindset of these teams going in, and I wonder. And I want to preface this by saying I think there's a world where both these teams. When I say both these teams, I'm talking about Texas A&M and Miami. Both of them could have a hint of imposter syndrome. A&M because they
only went 11-1 in the SEC and played the 17th toughest schedule in football. They should feel like an imposter.
They play the 10th toughest schedule in the SEC.
Well, they played the 17th toughest schedule in football. Miami played the 45th. They couldn't even win the ACC. I don't understand why people look at this and go, this is difficult. I really don't. I mean, Miami had to fight and scratch to get out of a football conference that should be relegated, that shouldn't have sent anybody.
I don't disagree with that.
So we look at this and go, analysts are having a real problem. A&M is playing at home against a team that couldn't even win the ACC. Now, they won a lot of games in a row against a bad conference. Yeah. I mean, they were – so I don't get it. Now, you can come up and say –
their best win is the same as your best win.
But we did it against a better team, against a team that – I'll tell you, I don't get it. One win – doesn't make a season. I look at the totality of this, and I understand the imposter syndrome that they haven't been there before and all this other kind of stuff. Well, heck, most players haven't been there. Schools have been, but players haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't buy that even. I do judge you of what I saw you do last. I do, and with that is the only reason I put this game close. It really is. If A&M would have rolled out and done what they could have done, and just won a football game, the line would be 10.
Rob, what Texas A&M's best win?
Well, depend every week. I mean, it's the SEC. I mean, yes,
it's a simple question.
Obviously, Notre Dame early on is going to be the one that everybody talks about,
which is Miami's best win as well. But what's your second best win?
This is the SEC. We can't say the SEC is one thing, and then by the time it's one school, say, well, it doesn't matter to them.
We can't say that Texas lost to Florida and it's a bad loss, when A&M beat
Texas was still in consideration because it was Florida in the SEC. See, Texas gets the benefit of that. A&M gets the inverse, and it's always been that way. I get it.
What benefit did Texas get?
They were even in consideration. The coach had the nuts to even say we should be there. And people listened. And you go, no, you shouldn't be there. But because it's Texas and they can say, this is the SEC, it's hard every week. And people go, yeah, it is. But when A&M go, you only beat the Dregs. Well, that's who was on the schedule, and we beat them. And the schedule, by the numbers at the end of the year, put it at 17th toughest in the country. But you go, yeah, you're an imposter. What? So you want to look at totality of individual wins that happened 8 weeks ago. Well, okay, you can say that was the biggest win. But when you join a conference like the Big Ten or the SEC, you do it because there might not be a singular one giant game, but every game is at the 75th percentile. Every game you've got to bring it. Now, you might have had to elevate against Notre Dame, and it might be a little bit less against Mississippi State, but dang it, Mississippi State beat a lot of football teams too. So I don't get, what's your best win? What are you talking about? We just went through 10 games of the SEC, road and away, and beat everybody but one, and that was on the road. With really nothing to gain.
But the idea that, like...
So you're an imposter. As Aggie, we sit there and go, what do you mean imposter?
You should be... then if you're super confident, then fine.
No, I'm not overly confident in anybody else. But what I'm saying is when I hear the reasons why A&M should be concerned, I don't get that. I get the fact that Miami is a singular good team and is peaking and they've got some talent there, but to go, you didn't really play a very good schedule. Do you feel like an imposter? We lost one freaking game, a rivalry game, on the road.
Yeah.
And people go, you're just a, do you feel like you belong
when you
there?
say,
What are you talking about?
When you say we played an SEC schedule, your best win was Missouri.
It doesn't matter. It does matter. It does not. It's on the road against a team that beat other SEC and out of the conference teams. Those are good wins. I hope.
Do you feel like
the same standard for Texas and everybody else that played the schedule that was in front of them?
Missouri's nowhere near a playoff caliber football team.
So this 17th toughest schedule, that's just numbers. That's just fake stuff flowing around.
I mean, I'd have to see.
45th is also, they're better than that?
No,
the teams they played were better?
I think Miami should absolutely feel the same way because they play.
But they're on the road.
Yeah.
And people look at this game and go, it's a 3-point line. Shoot, the A&M is going to beat them by 10 points or better. By the numbers, you can look at Miami and go, there's two things that they've got. They've got an experienced quarterback and an edge rusher that can get to the quarterback. Yeah. They got that. And I'll give them. And the A&M better stop it. But what else? This is a team that struggled against a lot of ACC football teams that aren't very good. Yeah, they beat them. They beat them, but they should have beat them. But they're not called imposters, but A&M is.
I said I think both these teams have some imposter syndrome.
You think they're the imposter. They had to sneak, crawl, and lie to get here. They should have it, and they are on the road. But A&M is only favored by 3? That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. Now, I'm not saying they're going to win, but if you're objective and you look at the numbers and what both teams have done, come on. Come on.
My power ratings, I mean, I have A&M about 1.5 points better than Miami, like on a neutral. I think A&M is a worthy home field, which... Like,
3.5 is an insult.
I don't think 3.5. I think 3.5 is like a good number. I think it is a pretty good number.
I logistically, I'd have put it at 5, closer to 6, and I would think the money would head that way. I just don't get the, I understand they haven't been there. I understand all that, but if you just took the logos off the teams and just look at what they've done, and I don't know who the coach is, just tell me what they've done. People would go, well, A&M by 10. What are you talking about?
I think the idea that A&M ends up with 0 wins against teams that are in this playoff field is a question.
Even
it's a
if they
reason for
had
concern.
beaten Texas, you could say that.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, but you know what? If they'd beaten Texas, they would have played Georgia or Alabama, and then we wouldn't be having this discussion.
We don't know that.
Well, they would have been in the SEC championship. We do know that,
and then would have probably been, But I'm just saying, A&M is unique in college football.
In what way?
The way that people look at them. I mean, everybody's propping Miami up. They couldn't get out of the ACC.
Yeah.
With all these stupid tiebreakers. They still...
was Miami the best team in the ACC?
It doesn't matter. Even if they were. It's the tallest little dude in the room.
I mean, it doesn't say a lot, but they were the best team in the ACC.
So when I look at this and you go, A&M was a juggernaut.
They weren't a juggernaut.
And they weren't?
No.
They any team that comes from 22 behind, no team, that proves explosiveness. That proves something. Nobody else got that kind of credit. In fact, any other team does that kind of comeback, they're crowned. But A&M's like, how did you get behind? How dare you fall behind South Carolina? Well, if any other school comes from behind, man, what a great football team. No, A&M gets kicked in the teeth and falls.
Well, I think it's a great win, but it's also that was against a bad football team.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, they almost lost to Arkansas, and you're like, well, it's the SEC. You can't look at it that. I mean, like,
They didn't almost lose to Arkansas.
They beat Arkansas by 3 points. That is not juggernaut football.
Oh, come on. That was in a storm, a 4-hour delayed football game that after a week off, dude.
When I ask you what your best SEC win is, and you go,
they're all good.
They're all great. That's
good.
garbage.
That's why you play in the that's why their schedule is ranked at Texas, the 17th best.
If you ask Texas, they'd say, well, Oklahoma and A&M were the 2 best wins. It's not a
who
hard
they
question.
Played.
Yes, but that, like, who you played and then, like.
But the sum total is where we are now.
Doesn't prepare you for when you get to where you've got to play someone real.
I look at the sum. Who did you do week to week to week? You consistently were better than everybody in front of you but one. You won on the road. You came from behind. You front run. You led from front to back. You did it through injuries. You did the last month and a half without a running back that's going to be playing on Sunday. You continue to do. You were playing your 4th string running back at times, but nobody says, "Oh, those guys are all healthy." But no, you're an imposter. There is the flavor of this is who you are until you prove you're not, and I get that. But this is the opportunity for A&M to kind of put some of this stuff to bed. I mean, any other team would be looked at like, you're a prohibitive favorite. This is a team that got in after Tulane. You know, like, and if any other school would play in Miami, would be like, yeah, they're going to rope them.
I don't think so. I mean, Ole Miss played a tougher schedule and had equal results to A&M this year. And I think there's a reason why there are people questioning Ole Miss.
But Ole Miss
they're not getting a benefit of the doubt.
Way, and they lost their freaking head coach and got a higher ranking than A&M. So you want to talk about benefits of the doubt? Their head coach is gone, and they still got a little bit more.
Well, that's because
we're A&M and they're Ole Miss, and that was Lane Kiffin. That's what it is. Let's be honest.
Well, it's also because they went to Oklahoma and won. Like they played a tougher SEC schedule
until Lane Kiffin left.
Okay. Well, no, because that's because A&M lost at the end.
It's still, they lost their head coach going into the playoff, and they're still. It's forgive the A&M anger as I've watched this over the last couple of days. The things that happen to A&M don't happen to other schools, and people go, "Oh yeah, you're just A&M."
What's happened to them?
We should have been above Ole Miss at the end of the year, but it is what it is. But then for imposter syndrome, 2.5 3-point lines. All right.
I mean, I don't understand why they'd be above Ole Miss. Like Ole Miss,
by every metric, they had the same schedule. They had a tougher.
Ole Miss played at Georgia and at Oklahoma.
As a whole, they came in with a tougher strength of schedule. They had not lost their head coach. Any other team wouldn't have had it happen to them. I'm just saying, Texas certainly wouldn't have been jumped by Ole Miss.
I mean, you can't say jumped when they lost the last game. They got jumped because they lost their last game, and you
lost their head coach and had to beg to get their OC to come back. But that doesn't matter.
Oh, I think it does matter.
Well, okay, not enough to. Florida State lost a quarterback, and they don't even get to go.
I mean, if you're talking about seeding.
It's all the little things that you go, okay, so we didn't get the seeding. I get it. You lost to Texas in a rivalry game. Most people wouldn't have it held against them if they lose a road rivalry game. But, okay, we'll take it. Okay, you lose your coach. Okay, you can stay there. We're going to take it. Okay, you're going to play literally the last team that had to fight, scratch, and cry to get in. But you're going to be equal on a neutral field. No other team. You take the logo and the color off. No other team goes through that. I hope it's A&M against the world because it feels that way.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with you that it's against
the
world mentality.
I mean, A&M's a laughing stock to many. You make fun of the Yale leaders coming into it. You say, no, I'm not. I have no dog in this fight. I'm equal.
I mean, I don't. Do you think I care about Miami?
No, but you go to break and you're like, hurricane hurt. I mean, it's just the A&M. No, I'm being honest.
That's A&M sensitivity.
You think we shouldn't be sensitive? You think we should just sit back and take this, going 11-1?
I think it's a self-feeding monster. I think that.
Oh, dude, you represent an entire, and I'm not mad at you because you're just one of them. You're the bless your heart A&M. Bless your heart. You compared us to Tennessee and somebody else yesterday.
Tennessee and Florida? Teams that have won multiple national championships, and you're
Tennessee's
offended by that.
One.
I mean, you're offended to be compared to Tennessee.
You compared me to them, and I'm like, Tennessee? They have been a running no. No, so we're equal. You don't. It's the
You're
perception.
not equal to Tennessee. Like historically, you're not.
Okay.
It's crazy that you think that.
Okay. So here you go. See, you don't even want to begin. The best thing you can do is say, yeah, but you're not alone in this. So we finally have a chance, A&M.
Tennessee has 6 claimed national titles.
All right. Say it. Go ahead. But
6 national titles.
And that matters how much today.
I said historical programs that are.
You look at A&M and a lot of schools, a lot of people, you don't ever have a chance. Be happy you're here.
I look at A&M as a program that's never done it, Rob. And I should look at them as that because that's what they are.
But, okay, so they've never done it.
You want credit for something that they've never done because you think
for
they
the
can.
season that they just had, and they don't even get that.
It was a good season.
No, just good.
It was just good.
When you're
like to act like all SEC schedules are created equal is wild.
At the end of the day, it's scoreboard, and I get that. So on Monday, when A&M wins, I want some comeback. I want everybody out there wearing orange to call me and say, you know what? For one time, we were wrong on this.
Wearing orange? What?
It's only orange, and let's not kid ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves. It's only guys, and it's a wave that follows us.
Oh, you think it's a Texas thing?
It is a Texas thing.
That's absurd.
Oh, it's not absurd.
I hadn't even considered, I'm talking about A&M versus Miami.
No, it's not. It's the perception of the Texas perspective. It is, you look at things through the Texas perspective. That's A&M. They don't deserve it.
This is what I said. When I said it's a self-feeding beast, this is what I'm talking about. This inadequacy that A&M fan feels.
Inadequate. I feel overly adequate. You're the one that everybody else, because you're a 7th seed. 7th seed?
No one mentioned Texas at all. And that's
Texas
what's in your head.
Stood at the end of the year saying, we should be here, and people nodded. You know what? They did have a tough schedule. If anybody else would have stood up there with 3 losses, they'd have been laughed and shut down. But Sark gets to go on national TV and whine. Okay?
Okay. And
do you think anybody else would have been listened to?
Rob, do you think A&M would be sitting here if they'd played Oklahoma, Alabama, or Oklahoma, Georgia,
I'm not going
and
to make
Ohio
that argument
State?
because I don't know. I don't know. I would like to think so, but that's a false
But
argument.
you don't know.
So
But that goes again to where not all SEC schedules are created equal.
They went 11-1 with the schedule and the only game they lost was a roadie against an arch rival.
You know
where
what?
Everybody else gets credit. Well, it's a throw the records out game. So we're not gonna count that. Well, they do against A&M. You're going to fall directly out of a bye. When the team that goes in lost their head coach, when the committees have a
Ole Miss
precedent.
doesn't get a bye.
What I'm talking about is they got ranked above us after they lost their head coach when there was a precedent. No matter how good you've been, if you've lost a key part, we know by the eye test you're not going to be it. But they don't suffer. Only A&M suffers that. Florida State got sent home.
But how did A&M suffer that?
We should be higher ranked. We shouldn't be playing where we are, and it was just a perception thing. And I'm not mad that we're playing Miami. The benefit was we got the last team coming in. We got the team that scratched their way in. So on one side of this, A&M, you're going to have to go prove it. But on the other side, you're going to have to at some point offer some sort of credit. And no matter what A&M has ever done, it's always one step away. Yeah, but you went 11-1, but look who you played. Well, what are you talking about? Anybody else goes? Vanderbilt goes 11-1, and everybody's banging to the walls.
No, Vanderbilt went 10-2, and no one made an argument that
last year.
I'm talking about. But this year,
one off, you've never done it, but suddenly, they have a fight.
This year they went 10-2, and no one even considered that they could be a playoff team
because they realized at the end of the season
because they didn't play a tough enough schedule.
Oh, come on!
They didn't have the win. They played 2 good teams all year, and they lost
beat
both
Alabama
of them.
on the road.
That was last year.
And
this year they got smoked by Alabama. This year.
A&M doesn't get the credit, and until they win, they're not going to get it. And they have to go win this weekend. They do.
That's how the world is supposed to work.
But no one else gets looked at like A&M. And people that aren't there can go, it's just A&M. See, it's that perspective. But nobody has to deal with what A&M has to deal with.
And here's the reason why, Rob. Because A&M wants to be talked about with teams that have been there and done it.
No, we don't.
Yeah, that's why you still think about Texas when we're not even talking about Texas.
What are you talking about? When I'm sitting next to you and you say, I don't have any dog in the fight, but at every opportunity you make fun of A&M. When you don't make fun of Texas or OU or anybody else, but when you have a chance, and that's everybody.
I make fun of
no, you don't make fun of our yells. And let me tell you, you know how many people call me?
Nobody else does those yells. That's absurd.
Well, no, we do it. You see, there you go again.
It is absurd.
It's not absurd.
That
That's
has
what
nothing
they
to do with Texas. It's an absurd thing that they do.
That's Texas perspective.
perspective.
No, I'm not. I didn't go to Texas.
No, you didn't, but you act like you did.
Because you think everybody who thinks A&M is funny went to Texas.
It is a thing that Aggies have to put up with, and every now and then we got to go, enough.
A&M,
and you know how you do it is you win a football game on Saturday. Yes,
A&M believes they should be at the big boy table,
and
despite
here we sit,
never doing anything that earns them a spot at the big boy table.
You get lost. It's a season by season thing. These are different people. This is a different thing. I don't hold Texas accountable to what they did 10 years ago. It's what did you do this year? Because people come and go, programs come and go. Where are you this year? And this year, A&M has earned more respect than they've been given.
I think you can say it's year to year, but I also believe that when you historically do not perform in these situations, you don't get there's a reason. Why isn't Indiana the favorite to win the national title?
I don't know that they're not.
They are not.
Okay.
I can tell you, they're the fourth favorite to win the national title. They beat Ohio State head-to-head already, and Ohio State's favored over them. Why? Because they're Indiana. Because they haven't proven that they should be sitting at the big boy table.
But this is also Ohio State. I mean, we're talking about the team that was number one all year long.
Until they got beat by Indiana.
Yeah, but we all start talking about Ohio State. I mean, I get that.
But year to year, like you're saying,
year to year,
Indiana's
should
better than Ohio State.
This year, they have everything to be. What about
Yet
us?
they're not getting respected. It's
Go
not
in your
just
football
A&M.
game, but there is a little bit of everybody's happy to see Indiana here. Everybody's mad that A&M's here.
Nobody's mad that A&M's there.
Poor A&M.
Nobody's
poor
mad.
A&M.
Trust me. All right, we'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you about Underdog Fantasy. Oh, yes, baby. The weekend's almost here, and there is so much to get down on at Underdog. And, guys, with Underdog Unwrapped, you're going to unwrap a ton of promos all through the holidays. They're kicking it off with a boost for Jake Paul's big fight on Friday. Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua get a boost on that fight and get boosts all weekend long, quite frankly. There's going to be different boosts all throughout the holidays, different promos. It's going to be something fun all throughout the holidays. Basketball, football, you name it, they've got it. And, of course, the fighting. And it's a simple game. You pick your players, you pick the stats. Are they going to go higher or lower? If you're right, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. How about that? 1,000 times your money. Guys, use my promo code Alamo when you sign up. Your first $5, you're going to get $75 in bonus entries, just like that with that promo code Alamo. What are you waiting for? It makes the games, these dumb bowl games you don't care about, get some skin in the game, baby. That's only at Underdog. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play-and-get-terms_DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with the good news. They just cleared that accident. 35 northbound, Tupperwine to 1604 has now reopened. 281 northbound, Redland Road, that's a stall taking up a right lane. Another trouble spot, 281 northbound, this one right around Josephine Grayson Street. That stall's been moved off to the right shoulder. On 35 northbound, Highway 90 south side, that's a stall left shoulder. And 1604 westbound, that on-ramp from 35. Looks like we do have an accident with that on-ramp partially blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union at rbfcu.org.
Complicated is overrated, and RBFCU's really free checking makes banking easy. No monthly fees, no minimum balances. It's time to go beyond banking with RBFCU. Membership eligibility required. Program subject to change. Restrictions may apply.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
Need a reason to call Thomas J. Henry Law after a car accident? How about $1 billion? Because Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. And why we're one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas. Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe.
Coming up on The
Afternoons at
Blitz,
2.
we are live at the 90 Proof Bar and Grill, getting you ready for a Thursday night showdown.
Brought to you by our friends from Flight by Yingling. And, of course, it's Thursday. That means we will visit with one Stephen Jones.
We'll also talk with the General, John McClain, all things Houston Texans.
Join us at the 90 Proof Bar and Grill on Highway 90.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right. This is one of those backyard family-friendly brawls that I'll go through and have gone through for the last 30 years. I was at a wedding the other night on Friday night, or Saturday night, and it was one of those Aggie marrying a Longhorn. And God, that sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked because we lost the damn game.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's just that one game. If we'd have just won the game, it'd have been a nice night.
Yeah,
but
then you had to take it all night.
And, you know, it's such a family thing. It's such a family thing inside the house. My brother and his son had the same argument. I mean, it's just, it's 'tis the season. And for me personally, like I said yesterday, it's welling up in me because I had other things to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had the Spurs and the Cup, and
now all your emotions are in
so
one
it was
cup.
all about this, and the Cowboys, are they going to make the playoffs? When in the back of my mind, it was A&M, and then I woke up Tuesday. When I woke up Tuesday morning after everything was over and the Cowboys and everything, or Wednesday morning after the Cup game, and realized, oh no, there's only one thing in my sporting life. It's the game. And whatever happens on Saturday, if it's bad, that's 9 months of suffering. Most times, and I'm fall back on the old Aggie, is most times I'm out of it by November. I can go ahead and start looking to the future. It's all going to hit at once if it goes down bad on Saturday. It's going to be
If A&M loses to Miami, is this season like a great success?
It's going to be hard to say. We talked about this yesterday. It is. It's a step in the right direction. And no matter what happens on Saturday, but there are so many things that when you get close to changing the narrative, when you can
oh, it's a nice year. It's a nice run. You had a couple of bowl games. But to truly change the narrative, you have to prove the positive. You have to prove the argument. And for A&M to ever get out of the hole that I'm arguing from, you gotta win the freaking game. And it doesn't matter how pretty. Don't worry about style points because you'll take arrows. Oh, you only barely beat them. Win the game and shut everybody up.
Yeah.
Just go win the game so I and all your fans don't have to go through this yet another year trying to justify our existence. I was just looking at something on the social medias. When you look at the amount of money that every football program spends, and I'm going to fall on the other side of the argument for A&M. My God, A&M spends a lot of money. The only Ohio State spent more money this year on their football. Oh, this was numbers from 23-24.
Yeah.
And A&M spent over $110 million on their football program then, and it's gotten bigger since. Only Ohio State has spent more money on their football program over the last 5 years.
And they got a big shiny trophy for it.
They got all kinds of trophies to show for it. And A&M has come to the point where we view the amount of money we got as success. And, it is to a lot of people. We got a lot of money to spend. And, God, don't you know, Jeff Traylor would like to have a little bit of that money.
Sure.
I mean, we got stuff that nobody else wants. But what we truly want, we can't buy. And once A&M figures it out, you can't buy it. You got to build it. That's the only way you cannot buy a title, you can build it.
Well,
and once they realized Jimbo's building it, then you can look back and go, it was worth it. But if you think it's about buying it, no, it wasn't worth it.
Well, that's why I think with Jimbo, they actually, they thought that they were buying an instant recipe.
Highest paid coach, the best recruiting class money can buy, and it collapsed under its own weight.
Elko was not a sexy hire. I think he was brought in to build something, and I mean, obviously, it takes a lot of money to build it with quality bricks.
But they gotta build. You haven't built anything.
No, you're right.
I forgive how I'm coming at this, but Aggie, you don't get to buy it. Just because you got a bigger wallet than anybody else doesn't mean anything. And I think we've fallen back on that over the last couple of years because, we got a crap load of money. And look at what we're building and look at all this stuff.
Well, it can buy you a ticket into the door.
It gets you close.
Because look at Texas Tech.
Yeah, it gets you close.
Texas Tech got a ticket into a party they've never been invited to.
And it gets you there, but to sustain, especially for A&M, is what they need is sustenance and just sustain. And if we can get there, then we will look at this year as a success. But if we come out of it, and if we do lose to Miami and go, you know what we need is another $25 million.
See,
that's not the answer.
That's the thing. Like the Mets. Remember the Mets?
Yes.
Where they spent all this money, and you do that 2 or 3 years in a row without getting the results, and suddenly you're not as willing to spend all that money.
Well, the sad thing with A&M, we got more and more people making more money because they're aging into it. So we just keep thinking we can buy it, and don't. Go win it.
All right. And we'll have more of that discussion tomorrow. We've got Thursday Night Football coming up. Big one tonight. Let's talk about it next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services for safe delivery. Don't miss 50% off custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, that was easy.
San Antonio, the holidays are here, and so are the perfect gifts. The Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need to shop for everyone on your list. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, jackets, and more, all ready to wrap and put under the tree. Find them at any of their 4 locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Hebner Oak Shopping Center. They're open 7 days a week. Holiday shopping made easy. Only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast!
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PIPE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PIPE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Nugget Bells, Nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
We will pack the car with gifts, and of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We'll start with the good news. They just cleared that accident. 35 northbound, Tupperwine to 1604 has now reopened. 281 northbound, Redland Road, that's a stall taking up a right lane. Another trouble spot, 281 northbound, this one right around Josephine Grayson Street. That stall's been moved off to the right shoulder. On 35 northbound, Highway 90 south side, that's a stall left shoulder. And 1604 westbound, that on-ramp from 35. Looks like we do have an accident with that on-ramp partially blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs get back to work tonight. They're up in Washington to take on the Wizards. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle Quinnen Williams did not practice yesterday as he continues to work his way through a concussion. His status for Sunday's game against the Chargers is still up in the air. In other NFL news, the Dolphins are making a change at quarterback. Over the final games, they're going to start former Longhorn and rookie quarterback Quinn Ewers, benching Tua Tagovailoa. In college basketball, UTSA ventured to L.A. to take on the University of Southern California Trojans, losing 97-70. I'm Rob Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
.902 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Big game.
Yes.
Tonight. Like, quite frankly, a huge game in the NFL.
Who's
like,
it bigger for?
If the Rams win this game tonight, they are essentially the 1 seed. I mean, crazy things could happen, but it would take a disaster. If the Seahawks win, they still keep hope alive for that.
I think Seattle needs it more for their mentality. I think the Rams could lose tonight and carry on and still win a Super Bowl and still, even if they don't host every playoff game. I think they have the comfort of knowing we can probably beat anybody just about anywhere. I think Seattle feels like I think they need to beat them. And they came close the first game. Yeah. I mean, Darnold was kind of the reason they didn't win, 4 interceptions, but it was close.
Well, but quite frankly, I mean, Darnold's been the reason why I'm slow. Like the last few weeks, I'm slow to keep Seattle in the elite tier conversation because of Sam Darnold.
One more reason.
The rest of their team is like their defense is so good, man. These are quite frankly 2 of the best defenses in the league. But Seattle is on just a different level. They're like, I mean, everybody talks about the Texans like they're de facto. Like, I think Seattle's certainly in that conversation. And one thing about Seattle's game is they've been really good on the road. I don't know how important home field is to Seattle this year. Like, normally Seattle's like home field's everything because their home field is so great typically. They've been better on the road than at home under McDonald. And one thing I'll say that's it's tough for me to get past is Sean McVay on quick turnaround, which means like playing on Thursday, is elite. Like I think he's something like 10-1 in his career or something like it's just
that's how I feel like you're going to have to convince me how Seattle wins the game. I'm not saying they can't, but you're going to have to show me exactly how because I think. The way you just hit it on the head, and it comes down to their quarterback and their coach. I trust them more. I trust them more now. I will trust them more later, and that means Seattle if they win tonight. I think Donald is on the precipice of being a very good quarterback for a couple years, and this will be kind of the step this playoff run now.
He's had a resurrection story that has already exceeded any expectations.
But it could topple. I mean,
sure.
It could fall apart.
He ain't going to become John Elway. Let's face it.
And I heard something yesterday, and I don't follow the coaching acumen of Seattle. I know that McDaniel, what's his name? McDonald. I like his ideas, but I heard some of the Seattle analysts talking about their team, and they were a little concerned that the run game wasn't what they thought they were going to have.
They have not been able to run very well.
Yeah, with K9, and then got the other kid that's turned out to be a pretty decent back as well.
Charbonnet.
Yeah, Charbonnet. So that would be the one thing that I go, well, if you got a problem running the football, you're going to have a problem beating the Rams. You're going to have to be able to run the football against the Rams. And at least that's my belief. So if I'm looking at just apples to apples, I'd like to see Seattle win this game. I'd kind of like to see them kind of get a little bit of pepper heading into the playoffs, but I just don't see how they go into Los Angeles not being able to run a football against a coach that, like you just said, 10-1 on short turnarounds, and against the quarterback that's imminent to win an MVP. It just seems like a big ask for a really good football team, and it doesn't mean that ends their season, but I do think it kind of shows where the Rams are more than where the Seahawks would be.
One thing that's kind of popped up with the Rams this year is, I mean, it's no surprise that their passing attack is so good. Puka Nacua is, if he's not the best receiver in the league, like overall, he's in the conversation. I mean, he's an elite blocker.
And total route tree.
Yeah, I mean, he just does everything well. And then Devontae Adams is obviously a stud still. Like, anybody who thought Devontae Adams was washed, you're wrong. He is still elite.
No, he's a game time today, right?
That's the problem I have.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, he looked like a shot horse in that game. And now you're asking him to play on a short week. And quite frankly, while I said this is a big game for the Rams have bigger goals than beating the Seahawks tonight. The Rams want to win a Super Bowl, and the Rams are the favorites to win the Super Bowl, and I think the deserved favorites. They need a full, healthy roster to do that. Going up to Seattle, playing outdoors on short rest, I don't think Devontae's going to play tonight. And what we've seen Seattle do is they have, like, Sean McVay used to be the most predictable guy in the world. He was going to have one running back, one tight end, and then put everybody else out wide. And that's been his methodology his whole career. It was really simple, but it was really effective. This year, McVay has used more heavy personnel than ever. If you take the percentage of heavy personnel he's used this year and you combine every other year that he's done it on standard downs, it's more this year than every other year combined.
Why do you think that is?
I think he's realized that he's got an elite running game. Kyron Williams is really good. Blake Corum has come into his own.
It's just the backs that allow him to do this.
And it's just that balance, man. And he's got tight ends that he can keep on the field, and he trusts his pass catchers. He's got several good tight ends that he feels good out there. Like, he's just got, and part of that is they drafted specifically for that. And the offense is different, but it's been just as effective. And I think with Adams out, you're going to see more heavy personnel. The deal is, though, that's where Seattle's strength lies defensively. If you think you're gonna run it down Seattle's throat, right. Seattle says, "Try me."
Right.
I think this is going to be a really grimy, playoff caliber football game that is going to I think there's a real possibility this thing ends up like 17-13. I think this is going to be
play into Seattle's or the Rams.
I think it plays into Seattle. Yeah. I mean, Seattle's the team that wants to they want to play low score. I mean, if a game's super low scoring and you've got Sam Darnold and they've got Matt Stafford, you want fewer points scored. You know what I mean? If you've got a defensive minded head coach and they've got it, I think you're just making the Rams play your game. I have a lean to the Seahawks tonight just because I think, but I like the under in this game. I just think this is a punch you in the mouth, old school game, and I think I believe Sean McVay can compete in those games now. I think he's built this team to where, like, in previous years that wasn't the case. Remember when they made the Super Bowl and like Todd Gurley, they basically were like, we don't need him. We don't care about running the football. That's different now. It's a different world for Sean McVay, and I think their team is long term better for it. But I do think that tonight this is an old school, like a very physical, very low scoring, tough guy game, and I'll be honest, like this. I don't know when the last time I was this excited about a Thursday night football game was, but I am pumped because this has huge implications around in the NFC.
What's the line?
Seattle now 1.5 point favorites. It's flipped. Rams were 1.5 point favorites on the road earlier in the week. It's now Seattle minus 1.5.
I'll tell you, look at what the Rams had to do last week. I mean, putting Detroit down in that high scoring, that was a big effort, man.
Yeah.
That's hard work. I wonder how much is still going to be in the tank for this.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good question.
That might be, of all the wins they have at the end of the year, it'll be if they manage to beat Seattle again. I'm not sure which window's bigger because Detroit, you just about put them to bed. I mean, you just about knocked them out of the playoffs, a team that thought they were going to be here. Seattle's going to live to play another game.
Yeah.
You know, it's not everything and be all end all, but that's a big ask to beat Detroit like that, then get on the road and go to Seattle. I didn't consider the effort they had to put in last week.
I'll say this: the Rams, after this game, play the Falcons and the Cardinals. The Rams.
So this is it.
This is it for them.
Yeah, all right.
The Rams in Week 18 are at San Francisco, which is, and in Week 17 they're at Carolina, who's going to be desperate. I mean, I'm not saying that the Seahawks are going to be unfocused because this is clearly the biggest game. And also remember, the Seahawks were in an absolute war last week with the Colts that they didn't expect.
That's right.
You know, they didn't expect that was going to be the case, and they were in it until the last play of the game.
Let's do this. Seattle will win the game if. What is it? What are they doing here? Stopping the run?
If if Sam Darnold doesn't make mistakes.
So it's all on Darnold. Okay.
Yeah. If there's, I mean, this sounds really simple, and it kind of is. The team that wins the turnover battle is going to win this game because, like I said, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. So if you give up possessions and you give up a short field, I think you're almost killing yourself. So, and that scares me about saying I like Seattle because I mean, with really one game exception, Matt Stafford's been almost mistake-free this year.
He had an interception last week, but he had a hell of a game.
Yeah.
He really played well.
But really it was that one Panthers game where he was dreadful, and every other – I mean, he's thrown 5 picks on the year. 3 of them were in one game, or 2 of them were in one game against Carolina. So I trust him to protect the ball a little bit more. But I think if Sam Darnold is safe with the ball, and I have no reason to believe that the Seahawks are going to be overly aggressive with Sam Darnold. He hasn't looked good. I mean, he could barely move the ball against the Colts last week. He is not, I don't think he's in the circle of trust right now for Mike McDonald. But I do think if he doesn't make mistakes, they win this game.
They're certainly healthier. I mean, they've only got one issue. Their left tackle's out. But other than that, they look like they're as healthy as they could possibly want to be.
And the Devontae Adams thing just – It would really make a difference against this Seattle team who, if their defense has a weakness, it's on the back end, and covering Devontae and Puka is going to be difficult for anybody.
So who backs him? Atwell? Is that
It'll be Atwell's back. He's been out for a while. He'll be back tonight.
And Whittingham?
Yeah. They don't have much depth beyond, and that's sort of the way the Rams are built. The Rams don't have a ton of depth anywhere. But when they won the Super Bowl, they were a stars and scrubs team. It was they're elite guys and then just a bunch of other dudes.
My gut likes the Rams. I just feel like the Rams they're just a good football team, and they beat a badass team that really wanted to win last week. If they have enough in the tank, I think a road win in Seattle the Rams can hang it up for a couple weeks. I think they can look at it like, if we can cross the finish line tonight, we got 2 weeks of let's rest and recreate and get ready.
Falcons and Cardinals are almost free square. Like the I say that. Of course, the Rams got beat by the Panthers, so anything can happen. But I do think that the Rams.
My ass off this week.
I think so too.
I worked my ass off for the benefit of a couple of weeks.
This is probably my favorite offensive and against my favorite defensive head coach.
Can Seattle bounce back if they lose? Do they have the mentality? Do you think that young coach, young quarterback, do they have that in them?
Yes. Especially because Mike McDonald's proven in 2 years that he is so good at winning on the road. Yeah. And because I think that defense is elite, I believe in both these teams, man. I still think the Rams are the best team in the league, quite frankly, but I don't think Seattle's very far behind them. I just think they are a little behind them. Home field advantage, you have to give Seattle some respect, man. That's a tough place to play. And the Rams, when they're outdoors, are not the same team. And I'll say this: I've been following the Seattle weather reports pretty well because I'm headed up there. I'm headed up there tomorrow, and it's gonna be sloppy turf. I don't know if it'll be actively raining, but at a minimum, it's gonna be not ideal field conditions. These are the games that this Seattle defense is built to play in.
Which is staffed by UTSA's own. He's now Reek Woolen. It used to be Tariq Woolen, but Tariq Woolen, one of the better corners tonight. We'll see him often, I bet, on Puka.
On Puka Nacua. Yeah. Oh, Puka's so good. And I was last week when he got hurt, he went out of the game and then he came back in. I was really worried. I was like, oh no, if the Rams are without Devontae and Puka, but Puka came back and finished the game, he's got to be 100%. But yeah, it's an awesome game tonight. Like I said, I think it's going to be a playoff atmosphere.
Come on, Seattle.
And I think I like Seattle because I think it's going to be a playoff atmosphere in the building too.
They better treat it like that.
Yeah.
You trust their mental flexibility more than I do. I feel like, they came close. They had a shot the first time they played. I mean, despite. And they played well enough. Now they got them at home. They can't beat the Rams now. I don't know.
If they can't beat the Rams now, the Rams are just better than them.
Yeah, and you start to question yourself if you play them again.
But it was a 2-point game at home, and quite frankly, Sam Darnold, if without the 4 picks, it wasn't even the Seahawks outplayed them at everywhere without turnovers. Obviously, that's why I say you lose the turnover battle, you lose it, you lose the game. 4-1, you're never going to come back from that. But if when you win a game by 2 points and you took the ball away from them 4 times, you're probably not walking away from that feeling like you just kicked their ass.
Absolutely.
Because you go by total yards and think yards per play, time of possession. Seahawks had it for like 38 minutes in that game, 38-22, I believe. I mean, quite frankly, without those picks, Seattle would have kicked the Rams' ass.
Yeah.
If Sam Darnold doesn't throw multiple interceptions tonight, I think the Seahawks can beat
This
them.
is what, about 8? This has been 6-8 weeks ago. It's been a minute.
I didn't think it was that long ago.
A month, maybe?
I think it was about a month ago. I might be wrong.
We coronated Sam at that moment. We thought, wait a minute, he has returned in the same skin and a different uniform and looking fantastic. It's not been the same since.
That was, what's this, week 16?
Mm-hmm.
That was week 11.
So not long.
11. So not that long ago. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm cautiously trusting the Seahawks here, but they've won 8 of their last 9.
You lose at home, you look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And if I'm the Rams, I'm full speed ahead, man. Everybody gets a break on Tuesday. If we could just win, if we can just get this on Thursday night, we got a little mini bye. We got a bunch of slaps that'll just hand us the game for the next 3 weeks. Your life gets real good.
And I think they become like 99% to win the division if they win this game. So it is a huge game for these teams. I'm stoked for this one tonight. All right. We'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports on the other side. I got to tell you about Blue Star Tequila. And Blue Star Tequila, my mom, in fact, said, "Can you give me a bottle of that for Christmas?" I said, "I got you, Mom. I got you." Great gift. It's the most wonderful time of the year to give booze to your friends and family. And Blue Star Tequila, they got the good stuff, man. And it's easily accessible because it's at Costco, it's at Total Wine, it's at Specs, it's at Alamo City Liquor. You can find it all over town. And guys, you're not paying the $900 a bottle for this thing. This is a value for what you're getting. The Añejo won double gold at the New York Spirits competition. Double gold and best in class, which means it was the best tequila in the whole building. The Añejo's great for sipping. That's what I do with it. The Honey Reposado is great for sipping as well. The Reposado and the Blanco, I think, are great in margaritas. My wife loves the margaritas with the Reposado. Just an all-around great tequila. And like I said, you can find it all over town. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. That's Blue Star Tequila.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and heads up downtown 35 southbound right as you approach St. Mary's. Getting reports of an accident. We've got 3 left lanes blocked. It's got you stop and go from New Braunfels. So for now, about a 10-minute delay. I-10 westbound Lacantera Parkway, that stall now off to the shoulder. And 281 northbound just past Redland Road, disabled vehicle right lane blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon. The Cowboys take on the Los Angeles Chargers at home in Arlington. Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by A&A Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. This holiday season, get more from A&A Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Buy a qualifying air conditioner and get a brand new furnace absolutely free. Complete year-round comfort for your San Antonio home. Don't wait. Visit aaplumbingsa.com today. A&A Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Rollins, were you at the fight?
You know, to tell you the absolute truth, no one called me.
Were you just sitting there on your couch?
Technically, I was laying in bed with my supermodel wife in a mattress full of money. And
was she nude or was she clothed?
She was nude.
She was nude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You should have seen it. You guys should have been there.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
Need last-minute gifts? J.Crew Factory has got you covered. Enjoy up to 60% off store-wide and shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where you'll score our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Protect your home and auto by bundling them with Progressive, and you'll have a little less to worry about. But we know you'll find other things to worry about. Like that text you just got from your boss. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Oh, hey, call me when you get a sec. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, well, at least you protected your home and auto with Progressive, so you don't have to worry about that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
You're getting grief for your pronunciation of Tua Tagovailoa's name.
Tagliovea? I know. There's a lot of enunciation in that name.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I do these things about 4 a.m., so I'm barely coherent.
That's true.
Tagliovea. Via? Tua. Just Tua.
To a T.
To a T.
Tagovailoa.
Backup is what we'll call him.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about him anymore.
Third string.
Yeah, you won't be needing to say his name anymore for a while, it appears.
Tagliovea. There's so few things. You have one job, Rob. You have one job. Tagliovea. Via.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's wild out there on the streets in Memphis.
Just in general?
Yeah. Have you spent much time in Memphis?
I have passed through, but I've spent, several days here and there a couple of times, but it's normally on the way to someplace else. But I stopped and had some Q and been to Graceland.
I found myself lost in Memphis once, and there is feeling like you're in a bad neighborhood, but then there's the feeling of having to stop for directions in a bad neighborhood when you're a skinny white kid driving a 69 Cadillac DeVille convertible.
What?
in Memphis. And
You look like Gator.
there's people
Right?
people calling you white boy as soon as you get out of the car. What are you doing in that car, white boy?
I'm here for directions.
I'm hoping some of you can direct me back to the interstate highway. Of course, this was like obviously before cell phone days, but or like at least before cell phone had maps on them. Yeah.
I guess it's
there's
not
some
to say. I hear
there's some
that-
seedy parts of
I
Memphis,
hear
man.
there's some rougher parts. Yeah,
It's a nice town.
I'm not going to say otherwise. I haven't spent enough time there.
I think this happened in a seedy part of town. 2 men in Memphis were arrested in a drug bust, and authorities say that there was a man there who was overdosing at the time, and they were, while he was actively overdosing and had been for some time, he was being used as a table.
All right.
The other guys in there that were using the drugs had their food and drink on top of him while he was laying on the ground, foaming at the mouth, actively overdosing.
He'll be all right.
Naloxone was administered to reverse the overdose. The man is in extremely critical condition at a hospital.
Did they finish their dinner? I hope.
I don't think so. After searching the house, agents said they found 5 ounces of fentanyl, 5 ounces of meth, 8.5 ounces of cocaine, 88 oxycodone pills, 3 1/4 methadone pills, a loaded semi-automatic handgun, 3/4 pound of marijuana, 3 sets of electric scales, and $2,500 in drug proceeds.
Sounds like a party.
Yeah, except for the guy who's being used as a table.
But he lived, right?
He's in extremely critical condition. They're calling it, which I like. It feels like critical condition is already like really bad. What does extremely critical mean?
That's something that happens to you. I'm extremely. You're just critical. I'm extremely.
Yeah.
I hope he was fat, so you had you weren't all the way down on the ground.
Extremely critical means not only is your body trying to recover from an overdose, but you also have grease burns on your stomach from hot pizza leaking onto the pepperoni grease leaking into your belly button.
What's up with the dude ODing underneath the pizza? Oh, you'll be all right.
Oh, you mean our table?
Ah, you'll be all right.
That's not a person.
Yeah.
That's our coffee table. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. A trucker in Indiana. You could believe this if you want. A trucker returned to find his trailer.
I saw this. I saw this story. It's a good story, though.
Loaded with millions of dollars worth of cocaine
I don't
after
know.
stopping at a truck stop.
I don't know. This showed up and it was in the back of my truck. I don't know.
Authorities are still searching for suspects who placed the cocaine in this guy's trailer.
And it was so much that it would have taken hours to put in there. It wasn't like so. Was the story that he was at a truck stop?
Yep.
Came back to his truck. I don't know where he was. Maybe asleep in the cab.
I think he was inside getting a shower.
Comes
and
back,
things.
and the door had been messed with.
Yeah, they've got the little tamper thing, and he's like, my tamper seal's been broken.
And he opens it up. Now, did he call the cops when he
Yes!
opened it? Oh, so then okay, I'll buy his story. But
Nah, I don't buy it.
But why would you? I mean, my thought was, you walk out, your truck's been emptied and filled up with cocaine. Do you look around and go, well, I'm going to sell this. I mean, I just found there's $1 million in the back of my truck. Or do you call the cops?
Dude,
take one or two.
And one
bricks
a couple fell off the trucks.
Yeah, literally, and then call the cops.
And make no mistake, this is not this isn't like a duffel bag full of cocaine.
No, it's a truck.
Oh, it's a truckload.
18-wheeler full.
There were 10 large moving boxes filled with cocaine. The cocaine seized had an estimated value of $16 million. Authorities noted that the quantity of the cocaine created a real security concern because there wasn't enough space to store it in the evidence room.
So they took it home?
There's less now.
Yeah.
We got room now. We had a hell of a party.
I got a big den.
Investigators no longer have possession of the cocaine because it was destroyed.
Oh, already?
Quote fingers, destroyed.
Wow. Inhaled.
Destroyed by strippers, I bet.
They destroyed that.
Nice.
I don't know what you do.
I don't know what you're moving.
And I'll tell you this. If this was a mistake, there's 2 dead dudes in the middle of the woods
gosh.
right now. There's some dead dudes paying the price because they unloaded all that coke into the wrong truck.
I'll tell you exactly what I'm also doing. If I'm this truck driver, I'm changing my plates. I'm getting a paint job. This truck, I get a new VIN number. Whatever you got to do.
Just give it to a bear.
Yeah,
Cocaine bear. You know they're hooked.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is.
We counted 17 bushels. There's only 16 here. 16 bushels.
And we got 15.
15.
We have 14.
There's 14. Let's count them again. 13 moving boxes.
Yeah.
Wait, one more. 12 moving boxes were found. I'm going on vacation, boss. I'll see you in a couple months.
Talk to you later.
Yeah. A man has been charged. This is a tough one because he's being charged for things that are maybe not what he should be charged with, but it's this is in Canada, Lake Macquarie. A man who allegedly his boat's paint job was, let's just say, Adolf Hitler and swastika. That was his muse for
this. So you're going
to
go with the Nazi theme boat. Okay.
He's got a Nazi themed speedboat, and police were called because they found a boat that had these Nazi symbols on it. Now I don't know that you call the police for that, but
you can do it if you want.
I guess, yeah. The home was searched, and Jake John Deary was arrested or was charged and arrested.
For?
He stands accused of displaying Nazi symbols in a public place, which apparently in Canada is illegal, offensive behavior, and breach of bail. The court heard, in addition to Nazi symbols and an image of Adolf Hitler on the boat, a sticker with an anti-Semitic slur was displayed along the back of the boat.
Now, this is in Canada. This isn't the United States, so okay.
Magistrate Elizabeth Bushby told the court the boat allegedly had professional decals or stickers depicting reversed or partially reversed swastikas, a Hitler-looking Nazi shouting an offensive phrase, and they said it is a serious and blatant example of this offending. It doesn't appear to be any appreciation of how serious this offending is. Now, Mr. Farah said the symbols were blatant and noticed the timing of the alleged offenses in the context of recent events. I think he says in relation to the symbols that they were controversial. I think it's a bit more than controversial, especially in the circumstances of what's happened in the last few days. Mr. Deary's lawyer, Isabel Reed, said her client had no prior offenses of this kind and had a back injury that's left him in great pain.
Okay, so he can't fix the problem? Is that
I guess that's the problem. Mm-hmm. Now, he was already on bail for domestic violence and driving under the influence of alcohol.
Drunken fastest is no fun.
And today that bail has been revoked.
Very Canadian rule.
They especially did not like that it was anti-Semitic symbolism done by a professional. This was not graffiti. This was like an actual, like he went and said, "Oh, give me the Hitler."
This is legit.
Give me the Hitler with the swastikas, and then can you make him say something real bad about Jews? And like, imagine going to get that paint job.
I'll take the number 3. I like that number. I like what you say about them on that one.
What do you think that now, mind you, in Canada, like first-degree murder is usually about a 30 to 40-year sentence. Okay. What do you think the maximum prison term for displaying Nazi symbols is?
Sounded like that magistrate was mad and had some teeth in this. I bet it's pretty close. 5 years?
5 years?
Yeah. Sounds
5
like she
years
had some
for this
teeth in
Nazi
law.
paint job.
And keep in mind, that's one of those freedom of speech things that we hold very dear here.
That's right. Not that I don't know. I don't know that that's one of those things we should fight for.
I'm just saying, it's when I hear that, I go, maybe they're doing that part right, but you can't. There's a slippery slope that I don't want to get on.
No,
but,
I'm with
know,
you.
But you're like, maybe
give us the freedom.
if we just said, why don't we just ixnay all the fascist Nazi stuff? Why don't we just all agree that that is too far?
The problem is we can't all agree on that. We can't all agree on anything, Rob. That's why you were yelling at me about the Aggies earlier.
Oh,
we can't all agree on anything. Yeah. You put me in a Longhorn bucket and everything. Like, you treat me like I'm Jason Minix walking around with a Bevo tattoo or something. I don't understand this. Never forget the AD at the University of Texas told my bosses he wants me fired from my job. I'm
liking that guy more. Hey, if it wasn't
not
for that,
such
you
a bad
wouldn't
guy.
be here.
That's true. That's true.
It's all about how you got here.
All right. We've got one break left. Hopefully you stick around, because after this break, we're going to take a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I want to talk to you about your water. How many times have people come up to you and said, let's talk about your water? Probably no one. If you think about what the water does in your home, man, it serves its purpose, right? But you don't want every time the water flowing through your house leaving a little bit of sediment in your pipes over years and years and years. Then you start running into a problem, not only with your pipes, but we're talking about your appliances, your ice maker, and everything that water touches. That's why Connecticut is so important to have as your water treatment specialist, because they take care of your house the way you want to take care of your house. They'll protect your pipes. They'll make sure that the water you drink is clean and safe all the time, not only for you, but for your pets and for everything else that goes in. Now, we know that's the baseline for water treatment, right? The baseline is make sure it's clean and safe. Well, here's the extra stuff that when you go with Connecticut, you go with a company that's been around South Texas and San Antonio for as long as I can remember. They've taken care of 3 of my homes right now. I've had Connecticut as long as I can say, and I've never had one problem. The warranty has always been there. Right now, it's time to call Connecticut for just that. But if you're looking for a gift, a little present, how about a reverse osmosis drinking station in your sink just for buying a Connecticut? Call them today at 656-PURE. Go to ConnecticutSA.com for all the details. Trust me on this. If it's time for a water treatment process or program, there's no better avenue than Connecticut. Call them today. Thank me later.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon. The Cowboys take on the Los Angeles Chargers at home in Arlington. Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here, and I'll tell you what, it's holiday season. My bags are packed, travel plans are set, and the roads and airports are filling up. I want to remind you that while you're heading out of town, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has your pups covered. It's a luxury pet care you can trust while you're away. They've got over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments. It's a holiday staycation that your four-legged MVP certainly deserves and will absolutely love. Book your pup spot today. Call 210-750-1298.
San Antonio, the holidays are here, and so are the perfect gifts. The Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need to shop for everyone on your list. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, jackets, and more, all ready to wrap and put under the tree. Find them at any of their 4 locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Hebner Oak Shopping Center. They're open 7 days a week. Holiday shopping made easy. Only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos
Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-507-9624. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-507-9624. That's 800-507-9624. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning. It's Rob and AJ stepping out.
Big boys.
On a Thursday. Small Friday, baby. Yay. Tomorrow, big Friday.
We are on the cusp of a phenomenal sports weekend.
Oh, yes.
It kind of snuck
It starts
up on
tonight.
Starts,
with the game.
Tonight, the whole Joshua, I know it's not a real sport, the Joshua Paul fight, but I've been excited.
Boxing is sport.
Well, I mean, this fight, this one in particular, feels like I want to watch this because I want one of these dudes to get his ass kicked, and we know what it. So that's going to be, of all the fake fights that have gone on over the last 10 years, at least this one feels real, and the guy that's fighting the guy I hate better do what I want him to do.
Jake Paul sent a cease and desist to Tyson Fury for accusing him of fighting in fixed bouts. He said, unless you can prove that, you better be careful because I'll sue your ass.
Yeah. Come on, Anthony Joshua. Let's do something tomorrow night.
Well,
please.
You know what? I'll give you a preview of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the daily lines.
Please.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul tomorrow night on Netflix. Anthony Joshua is a minus 1,200 favorite as of right now. Jake Paul plus 700 on the comeback. Not expected to do all that well.
How well do you think he could run away for 4 rounds?
No.
So you don't even think he's got the stamina just to stay out of range for 4 rounds, just to cover the minimum round?
I just don't. I mean, I was telling you during the break, I've stood in I rode an elevator with Anthony Joshua and his manager, who his manager is a normal-sized person. And I am, 9 times out of 10, I'm the biggest person in a room.
Right.
I'm standing next to Anthony Joshua. I felt tiny. Like, he's a mountain of a man.
I saw them at the weigh-in.
Yeah, he's a giant, man.
It is
huge.
There isn't a world where I can see Jake Paul being competitive again, because not only is he gigantic,
he's a professional fighter.
I mean, he's a former he is a world-class heavyweight fighter. If it is competitive,
he looks mean too.
I'm going to be very suspicious. I'll be he talks British, so he doesn't, like, once he talks, you're like, oh, this guy's probably a puss.
Oh, okay.
But I mean,
like, you ready to fight, Mike?
he's a good
I'm
bloke.
not worried.
Yeah. But yeah, it is. It's hard for me to imagine a world where this fight is remotely competitive. The total rounds is set at 2.5 rounds. If you like over 2.5 rounds, you got to pay the juice. It's minus 145. So it seems like most of the money thinks that it will go over 2.5 rounds. If you think it goes under 2.5, it's plus 110. Now, if you do the alternate rounds, you go over 3.5. Now you're getting into plus money. So they expect it to end sometime in round 3 or 4. But yeah, it is. There's not a lot that would give you hope that this is going to be
Paul bleeding. I want him bleeding, leaving the ring feet first. I don't know why I hate him so, but I do.
Just like that Harlem Nights fight.
Well, he's done this to himself. He kind of is. I mean, yeah. he's painted himself into this corner. But I just feel like it seems like such an easy bet that he's going to get on his bike and run around for three rounds. Just to go the over rounds and then take home, bet on himself and go home.
Oh yeah.
I think I've got a bet for this. I'm going to go Anthony Joshua wins in rounds 1 through 4, and it's minus 170.
See, that I'm more comfortable there than under 3 rounds, because I feel like Jake will just going to run. Like, you're not going to hit me.
And rounds 1 through 4, that's 12 minutes of ring time. Wow. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm not. Yeah. But if this fight is not rigged, it's hard for me to imagine it going longer than 4 rounds.
I think we all want to say that out loud. If it's not rigged, this should be a royal ass whipping.
And remember, this is not. This is not an exhibition. This is a sanctioned fight. This isn't like when Floyd Mayweather fought Logan Paul,
right?
And he hit him and had to hold him up because he didn't want him to fall down. And somehow Floyd Mayweather, who's never lost in his life to a real boxer, had a draw with Logan Paul
against an influencer.
Yeah. So I mean, this is.
What's the purse on this fight?
Like, this is if this fight were found to be fixed, these fighters would go to prison.
And
so
above and beyond that, Joshua's got something to fight for here.
Anthony Joshua's already signed on to fight Tyson Fury next year, so there is a lot on the line. If he loses to Jake Paul, then that money's gone. So I do believe it's a real fight, and if it is a real fight, I can't picture a world where Jake Paul lasts more than 4 rounds with Anthony Joshua. This is not a 125 pounder who's bulked up to fight him. This is not a washed up MMA fighter. This is a world class heavyweight boxer.
If it's not fixed,
if it's not fixed, Anthony Joshua in rounds 1 through 4 is a solid bet. All right, in the NFL tonight, the Rams. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that Anthony Joshua fight tomorrow. I'm going to do some research on it, get a little more deep into it. Seahawks minus 1.5. The total is 42.5. I like the under.
Yeah, I think you changed my perspective on this, AJ. I came in thinking the Rams were probably going to go in and beat them. I don't think so now. I think looking at what Seattle, I like Seattle at home today.
Yeah.
I probably, if I'd have made the bet this morning, I'd have taken the Rams just to win it. I like Seattle.
Seattle, if you just want to pick them to win, minus 120. Rams even money on the comeback if you think they're just going to win the football game. But then you're thinking it's like you're only buying that they win by 1 point.
Right.
So it's all about your risk management. But yeah, I lean to the Seahawks. I'm not going to play a side, but I do like the under. I think this is a dogfight game, man. And I haven't been this excited for usually Thursday night games. It's like, oh, the Jags are playing the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
What fun. No, this is like a legit fun game. So I'll be tuned in hard tonight. College football, we got one game. It's the Xbox Bowl. Brand new bowl.
Man, think of the swag those guys are taking home.
Missouri State and Arkansas State.
Oh, man, the Battle of the Ozarks.
Arkansas State is a 1.5-point favorite. I'm going to just put it bluntly.
Didn't Arkansas State get roped a couple times this year?
Arkansas State is they suck. They won so many games that they shouldn't have won. They won 3 games this year by exactly 1 point, including one against Texas State. And when they lost, they were, quite frankly, not competitive. This is not a very good team. They've been very, very fortunate all year. Missouri State is solid, unspectacular. I mean, they're Missouri State. I like Missouri State to win this game tonight. I mean, catching points, just that feels like a good value to me. So I am betting on the Xbox Bowl tonight. I will be on Missouri State.
Are they? What's their mascot? What is Missouri State? If we have to get
the
down
Bears.
The Bears?
Yeah.
And what's Arkansas? They Lobos?
Red Wolves.
Red Wolves? Bear and a red wolf.
If they fought in the wild.
I don't know, man.
It's a
Wolf
bear.
Seems pretty scary.
It's a bear. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, it would. I mean, it's. You'd have to assume it's Arkansas. It's probably a spray painted wolf.
It's a meth wolf. Arkansas State meth wolves. I think I like a bear in this one. I'll go Missouri State.
I think I do too. In the association tonight, the Knicks are at the Pacers. Knicks 4.5-point favorites coming off their big cup win. Letdown spot for the Knicks?
After that huge win, there could be.
I would think so too.
Yeah, there could be, but it's Indiana.
It feels like a number's kind of priced into that, though. Pacers being only plus 4.5 at home.
I like the Knicks.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to stay away from both these teams that just played, just because I don't know how they'll respond to that. Although I'm sure the Knicks were out partying, champagne. Who knows what they did in Vegas that night? They may still be hungover. Hawks are at the Hornets. Hawks laying 5.5 on the road. The Heat laying 6.5 in Brooklyn. Rockets 9.5-point road favorites at the Pelicans. The Thunder host the Clippers. I got a feeling the Thunder uncork one tonight after that loss.
Yes.
I'm going to look at what did the Thunder do after they lost to the Blazers.
And what has happened to the Clippers? You just add into more sadness. I can't imagine going into L.A. or going into OKC and being within 20.
So Portland beat the Thunder 121-119. The next game was Sacramento at Sacramento. They beat them 132-101.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet the Thunder to bury the Clippers tonight. They're 17.5-point favorites at home.
I like that.
I think
number.
that's easy,
Yeah.
easy cover. The Wizards are plus 14.5 here in San Antonio,
That's
taking
a
on the
tough one.
Spurs.
That's
It's a big
tough
number,
number,
man. And again, I'm gonna pass on the Spurs and the Knicks numbers tonight just to see how they react. The Knicks, by the way, did you see the Knicks are the first team not to hang a banner? They're not going to hang a banner in Madison Square Garden.
I was under the assumption that because Milwaukee had done it, that the league would make them do it.
Nope. I mean, the league doesn't own their building.
Good for them.
Raptors minus 4.5 at the Bucks. Pistons minus 6.5 in Dallas. I like the Pistons there. Lakers minus 7.5 at the Jazz.
Wow, a lot of road
favorites. Yeah. Orlando plus 6.5 at the Nuggets. Golden State minus 1.5 in Phoenix, and the Blazers 8.5-point favorites hosting the Kings.
So there are some home favorites.
Not
Spurs
a
and
lot,
Portland.
but there's a couple. Oh, and the Thunder. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all again on a Friday. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.